What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our 700th episode of the Viall Files reality. Well, is it reality? It's a reality recap / going deeper edition. We got a little bit of everything for you on episode 700 of the Viall Files. Let's just take a moment to let that all sink in. 700 episodes. 700.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. As always, I am your host, Nick, host of Viall Files. If you are maybe you're tuning in for the first time ever. I don't know. It's 5+ years, 700 episodes later. As always, we want to thank you all for listening, tuning in, supporting our show. Maybe it's the first time ever. Maybe it's only the second episode. Maybe you've listened to all 700. Doesn't matter. We appreciate all of you for listening, tuning in, supporting, critiquing, loving, hating. It doesn't matter. If you've ever listened to it, we've thanked you. We thank you, or thanked you, or both.
Currently
Previously. Currently. We have quite the episode for you for episode number 700. The long-anticipated episode with Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz. I didn't really expect to have them as a duo. You know, I had conversations with Tom Schwartz, maybe get him in here during Sandoval. Certainly had conversations with Tom Sandoval. Never really happened back in the whole Sandoval day. But then I got a phone call one late December night from Tom Sandoval. And he called me in a panic. He said, Nick, I need a favor. I need you to come on as a guest to my podcast called Everyone Loves Tom, I believe is the title. We had prior conversations of maybe doing a podcast swap in the past. We were unable to come into an agreement on the content of what would be discussed on my episode if Tom Sandoval would have come on. And so we had tabled that for our time being. But then when Tom called, I said, sure. And I at first I was like, you got to do mine first because I've been asking you to come on. You just started this. And quite honestly, Tom, I don't know if I trust you to do yours first and deliver on mine. But Tom said, I will do your podcast. Just come over and do mine tomorrow. I said, sure. I'm going to hold you to it. And so I went over, found out that Tom Schwartz was co-hosting or at least helping his friend Tom host his podcast. And I had a lovely chat with them. And it was interesting. We refer to it a little bit this episode. So I invited them both on at the time to just come, which we got scheduled. And then it finally happened. It was a little chaotic. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but I will say here the goal of the episode, as I articulated to more specifically Tom Sandoval, so much had happened between now and Sandoval, you know, and I wasn't trying to necessarily relitigate what happened with Sandoval, but Tom and both Toms had talked about how much Sandoval affected them. They claimed to have recognized their mistakes and that they have learned. And specifically with Sandoval, I was like, all right, well, why don't you come on and talk about like what you have learned? What work have you put in? I think a lot of people have anticipating season 11, which, by the way, premieres tonight. We're very excited about Vanderpump season 11 kicking off tonight. So let's come in and why don't you come in and I'll ask you some questions about like what you've learned. Kind of figure out, you know, is Tom Sandoval willing to turn a page of his life and use this very unfortunate situation as a platform for change in his life. So that was the goal. And what you're about to hear is the result of that goal. And then you guys can decide for yourselves
a little more
what you think about it all. We'll give our thoughts Thursday.
For everybody listening on audio, I think it'd be interesting to also, after listening to it, do a double check and go to the YouTube version of it. And I think you'll get different perspectives, maybe perceptions of the interview, and you can kind of decide what you think from there.
What did you guys think when you were here?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give our thoughts on Thursday. We'll let the people
We'll give our thoughts on Thursday.
We'll let the people form their opinion.
Yeah.
And then
I definitely cracked open like a hard seltzer at the end, and I was like, Justin, don't tell anyone, but I'm too anxious right now.
Drink it on the job.
Yeah, we kept it loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Viall Files first, I guess. Just kind of all over the map. But anyways, I'm sure you guys will be discussing it a lot. Or not. Maybe you won't. Maybe you won't be discussing it at all.
I don't know, but I did post our nursery reveal, and you know, got a lot of
feedback.
I did.
As you might expect.
Most of which I, of course, did not ask anyone for. And a lot of it had to do with the fear of the frames, the pictures, her gallery wall absolutely crashing and crushing her in her crib. And also she'll be standing up soon and she'll pull them down and just a lot of worry. And I just would like everyone to just relax and know that our baby will be so safe. Also, a lot of people commented that it seemed haunted and like maybe a little creepy, like Alfred Hitchcock vibes.
When you say a lot of people, babe.
Well, I don't know how many, I didn't count, but I will say, like, I kind of see where you're coming from because at one point when I was recording the rocking chair, I was like, it needs like some movement. So I did rock the chair and then I was like, oh, it's just rocking on its own. So like that is kind of fucking creepy.
I would love to take that video. Can I swap out the audio and just see if I can make it seem really
Put like
creepy?
horror music behind it?
No, that won't even be hard. If you do, it will feel very creepy.
Yeah. Because also like I see where people are coming from and I get it, but also fuck off,
Yeah. I mean, you put a lot of work into that.
Like, honestly, by time that she's actually probably sleeping in that room, she will want Peppa Pig decorations everywhere, and I'll have to redecorate anyways.
There is that.
Yeah.
But you worked really hard on it, and I think it looks great.
It's more for me than it is for her.
It's a pretty nursery.
It is. It's calming.
Isn't the point to start off minimalistic because you know that people are going to give you like stuffed animals and blankets and clothing? Like, that's why you start like minimal.
Yeah.
The next time, just don't push an empty rocking chair and have it.
I know.
And
I can see how that can be creepy now. But and honestly, even when I filmed it, I was like, I don't know. But it's all I had, so I went with
I think it looks great. It is Monday morning. We're recording this, and I do just want to send out my condolences to the good people of Michigan, specifically Taylor Lautner. Who I know has a heavy heart this morning after the loss of his Detroit Lions. That was a devastating loss for the Detroit Lions. And as a Packer fan who had experienced a very similar loss the week before, I'm really heartbroken for Taylor. We had been texting back and forth the past 2 weeks about our teams and in back-to-back weeks had to experience some heartbreaking losses. I'm really sad for Mr. Taylor. There is another Taylor out there who is very happy when it comes to football. Really kind of almost unfair. It's really unfair just how fortunate and privileged and lucky Taylor Swift is. For those of you who don't know a lot of football history, I'm just saying, like, the Detroit Lions have never made a Super Bowl. They're the only team in the NFL
boo fucking
that has
who? I'm sorry that the Chiefs have like fucking won the AFC
and Taylor,
every goddamn year.
Taylor
but,
just started watching
choose a
football.
better team then.
And in her first year of being a fan, she's going to the Super Bowl. And she got asked to perform the Super Bowl at the beginning of this year, turned it down. She's like, no, I'm just going to go with my boyfriend who's going to be playing.
Hot.
What a moment. But yeah, well, Taylor just continues to be just...
If she can get there.
What do you mean?
Have you seen all that math?
Taylor, yes, she's going to be there. I know she's got to perform in Tokyo the night before. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. She's gonna land in Vegas.
She ran her entire album on the treadmill while singing out loud.
Yeah,
she's unstoppable.
You don't think she can get to Las Vegas in time? For the people who are confused about what we're talking about, she is performing in Japan. I'm assuming Tokyo, somewhere in Japan.
It's 4 shows.
But the last one, so
and
she performed Saturday night in Tokyo. The Super Bowl is the next day on a Sunday, except that Japan, for those of you who don't know, is 16 hours ahead of Las Vegas time local. The flight from Tokyo to Las Vegas is only 12 hours. So when Taylor flies from Tokyo to Vegas, it will be 4 hours earlier Vegas time than it was Tokyo time when she took off. Does that make sense?
She could technically leave Tokyo at midnight after her show, which we've seen her do before because we've seen her board her flight with her vigilante shit garter still on underneath her clothes and land in Vegas at 8 a.m.
Do you think she has a shower on her plane?
For sure.
Yeah.
She's gotta.
Probably. Is it like what size plane does she have?
Well, she 13 has been her original. I thought she had a second for a while, but maybe she sold that.
Anyway, she's going to be just fine. She's going to make it in time.
What time does the Super Bowl start?
3:30 Pacific, 5:30ish
Oh my God, so
Central.
she'll land
6:30.
at 8 a.m. She'll get a nap in.
It starts at like 3:30.
Start glam, and then like
She got plenty of
she'll be
time.
great. Oh my God,
Yeah.
she'll be there.
Okay, so we don't really know because the queen size bedroom and the shower are options available on the Dassault Falcon 900, although they're rarely purchased due to the weight of the added water tank.
Maybe she gets it installed just for this trip.
Well, that'd be kind of, I think, a challenge.
Well, you never know.
What if she just does like a,
She'll
you know, like
plenty of
a
time to shower.
quick just sponge bath on the plane?
whore
Well,
bath.
she has plenty of time. Like we've already found, the internet has already figured it out.
She's going to make it, but she might be tired. I think that's what it is.
She will be tired. But what a moment for the two of them. I mean, on the field, kissing. Taylor was truly in her element. Did you see that clip of her watching the monitors at the game and telling CBS to go away? And then they cut back to Coach Andy Reid. She was like watching herself and she lipped go. Well, I don't even lip.
Please go away.
Please go away. And then the camera panned off of her. There was another clip of her being filmed kissing Travis, and then someone was letting Taylor know, hey, they're recording you, and she was like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, because you can
Really?
see
Yeah.
Travis try to like kiss her on the forehead, and she's the one that's like, no, we're doing a full kiss.
Yeah.
Love.
Do you think he's gonna go to the Grammys?
No. This Sunday? Maybe.
He's off.
Where are the Grammys?
Crypto.
Is that the crypto? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's certainly. Have you seen Travis's stats? I mean, his. I saw something this morning. His last several playoff games, the boy pops off in the playoffs. Anyone who's ever criticized Travis for maybe not performing on the football field, rather, since Taylor Swift has been in the picture, was dead wrong because he dominated in the playoffs. So, are people still complaining about the whole Taylor and Travis relationship?
Did you not see all of the frickin' Ravens like slander? They were making all these videos of like this guy, first off, filmed this whole thing. He was wearing a Ravens jersey. He was outside of a Target and he bought, in quotes, the 1989 vinyl. And he was like, Taylor Swift, like, get off my TV. Like, let's get back to football. And like, the Ravens are going to stop you. I'm so sick and tired of seeing you on the TV. So I just bought your album. And this is how I feel about it. So he takes the vinyl out and he smacks it on the ground outside Target. But if
That's
you know
stupid.
the 1989 vinyl that's at Target, it's peach colored. And what he pulled out was like a standard black vinyl. So I don't know what he actually bought.
I don't know.
So like,
Either
good
way.
fucking try.
What about Patrick Mahomes' dad saying he doesn't want to be in a suite with Travis's brother and Taylor Swift?
Why did he say that? The only thing that was upsetting during this game is the access that Jackson is getting to Taylor Swift. I mean, he is doing handshakes and hip bumps, and it's really.
Does she know? Should we tell her?
I don't think there's anything she can do about it. What is she supposed to do? And why is Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, I guess I also love her relationship with Pacheco.
Oh yeah, every time he scores, she's
like,
just 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
It's so
what is
cute.
Patrick Mahomes' dad's problem?
I think after Jason took his shirt off and like jumped out of the thing, he was in the suite and he was like, I do not want to be in the same suite as them. He like said that publicly.
Okay,
He was like,
well,
it was just like too much. And I couldn't focus on the game, maybe. I
Okay.
don't know. But he was upset.
things no one cares about that you could just keep to yourself and then not,
File under. No one
Like,
cares
just don't.
about. Yeah.
just don't go.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
We watched Traitors.
We did. Boy, Peter Weber really surprised a lot of people. Maybe even Bachelor Nation in this episode.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler for anyone who's not watching Traitors yet. You should, by the way. Really, really excellent television. Peter basically has everyone figured out already, or mostly. Then like set a trap.
Which we pretty sure like they fall for the trap. Like, okay, mastermind.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, like we said, underestimate Bachelor Nation contestants and thinking that they're just good for their pretty faces and their lack of enforcing boundaries.
They had an interesting challenge with the bird calls. I think they stepped so far. They're like, let's not do a typical like challenge that you would see on any other show. Let's
Truly.
let's just make up our own challenge. And they did a mimic the bird call and find the bird that can do the same call in the
Yeah, the challenges really aren't that big of a deal because it doesn't matter what they do. It's just about a matter of seeing what the players decide to do within the challenges. Are they going to go for the money? Are they going to protect themselves? Are they going to go for shields or the
And
cash?
interestingly enough, this time they chose to not reveal who found the shields.
Yeah, which allowed Mr. Peter Weber, former
which
Bachelor.
was Peter's idea.
That was his idea.
Peter and Janelle.
Yeah. And so they could basically sniff out a traitor, which we don't know yet because it ends on a cliffhanger. But it seems like Peter's plan kind of was executed to perfection.
Yeah.
Plus, he suspected that Dan and
Parvati
were traitors. And then Dan was like, literally said that he doesn't think Peter's smart enough to come up with this plan because Parvati sniffed it out. She's like, I don't know, this sounds like a lie. Dan's like, no, Peter's too stupid.
Kevin is an actor, and he thinks everyone is against John because he's a politician.
Yeah.
And then Kevin because he's an actor.
Kevin loves a good label. Like if you were an actor, then that's who you are. Whatever Kevin thinks, you should always do the opposite. That's how you would survive traitors.
But once again, they were wrong. They were so close to sniffing out the traitor.
Yeah.
They had Dan and Janelle, and they were so close. And they voted Janelle off.
It seems so obvious to us when we're watching it.
I know.
I don't
Especially because the girl Kate from Below Deck.
Kate Chastain.
Yes, they brought her in.
Yeah.
As like a new character in the castle. And she came in right as the round table begins, where everyone votes off.
Came in as a faithful.
She came in as a faithful. And she had an interesting note where Parvati was like, does anyone want some wine? I'm going to like pour some wine. And she was like, no. And then Parvati walked away and she was like, you don't take wine from anyone. Like, what the hell is she like? Are you kidding? And it was so interesting because the last episode, Parvati poisoned Ekin-Su with the glass of wine.
Yeah, Parvati trying to act like a faithful. Tamra is gone. She got killed.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. for Tamra.
But I think
That's a smart one. I mean, Tamra seems the most capable housewife.
But I think it also made the most sense to get the heat off of Phaedra because to break up the housewives.
Yeah, but I also think
smart.
of the housewives that they could have killed, Tamra seems to be the sharpest, and they're always trying to take out qualified people.
I'm excited to see when they finally vote out a traitor and get it right. I don't know when that will be.
I feel like Dan's got it. I mean,
I was going to say, do we think it's Dan?
The big question is, will Dan be able to pivot? Will he be able to take some? Because depending on how it goes, Peter told Parvati and Dan the truth. So it'll be interesting to see.
No, a lie.
The lie. Yeah. Sorry.
He told Dan and Parvati that he found the shield.
Yeah.
And really, it's Bergie and Trishelle who found the shield.
And Dan wants to vote off.
Bergie.
The episode ends with him wanting to vote off Bergie. So, but the question will be when they do try to vote off Bergie, how will they be able to figure out, was it Parvati or Dan?
Yeah.
So that will be the question. And will Dan be able to basically get them to vote off Parvati and not himself? That'll be the question.
Mm-hmm.
But
we'll see.
Interesting stuff. Who are your favorites?
Probably Phaedra. Honestly.
I like CT. Anyways, another great episode of Traitors. You guys need to check it out. Reminder, it's on Peacock every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So check it out with us. Catch up because we'll be talking about it. Anyways, real good stuff. All right, Bachelor. I mean, it's episode 2. They're really working Joey.
And it's working. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. The amount of heavy stories. They're really leaning into. How many confessionals did Joey have to listen to this episode?
I don't know, but I think the most confusing was Jess's.
Yeah, what was she even saying there?
All I got was her ex cheated on her and she has trouble opening up. And so the women telling her to just chill is hard for her.
It made sense to me. She said it without giving specificities to her experience. She's like, I lost myself in the fact that I was with this toxic person. And then I was single for a little bit, found myself, now I'm here. And I'm afraid to open up and the women are getting mad at me.
I did find it so funny though, when Joey was she's like, so it's just it's been a struggle because in the past I've had infidelities, and she was being super vague, and he finally was just like, So on his side or on your side? He's like, what are we talking about here?
It was very confusing at first. And I get it. Like, hey, listen, these women have a limited amount of time. So like make an impression as fast as you can. Clearly, the majority of these women are major fans of the franchise. Boy, the reaction that happened when they saw their first date card it was if, Taylor Swift walked through the doors. They freaked
Truly.
the fuck out,
These women are fans.
They are fans
of
of the franchise first and foremost, which I get, but I honestly kind of hate it. And I hate it because of what that basically tells me is that like they're just too aware of what they think the show should be.
I also think tying into that, like the drama with Maria and Medina, and Maria being like, this is the stupidest fight in all of Bachelor Nation history. It's like, because you have watched every single fight that has ever happened and you are aware. You are a fan.
Yeah, but they all are,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm glad they're fans, but now I feel like most of the reactions are more inauthentic, more rehearsed, more, this is what I think should happen. And we saw that with episode 2 with all the dramatic stories, just one after another. Who else, so you had Jess told a story.
Lauren
and her dad.
Which I'm going to go ahead and say his giving Jess the group date rose, because Jess, I don't think opens up about much. And Lauren is sitting here being like, this was a really hard, like I lost my father and like being in a wedding dress. And she was so vulnerable and open. And for him to give the rose to Jess, I disagreed wholeheartedly.
We've said this in other seasons, the group date roses, they're either validation roses or drama roses. And this was a drama rose. And usually the roses that are given off on group dates early are usually drama roses. They aren't based off of who had the best connection. They may or may not be a collaborative decision between Joey and the producers, potentially. If Joey was like truly like, I want this person to get this rose, they really made an impression, he would probably give that rose to that person. There's also the possibility that early that Joey's like, I don't fucking know, man. I am tired. On these how many women are on these group dates? There's still 22 women left. Think about it. Think of how hard it is to go on a date, conversation after conversation, and they sit down and they're just like, let me tell you this heavy story. You know nothing about me. And all these women are just assuming that Joey is the perfect guy. I just know it. I just know that you are special. I just know you're a great guy. And Joey seems like a great guy, but based off of what? I mean, these are all connections based off of chemistry, and they all just assume they're compatible. But then they come down, sit down, and throw out these heavy stories. It was more than just those two. What else? There was, I think, a couple other heavy stories in there.
We had obviously Daisy on the one-on-one, but then also after the second group date, Edwina got the special time. She talked about growing up in an African household, being the oldest daughter and all the responsibility there.
Yeah, everyone's coming with their first conversations of telling Joey their heavy shit.
And the only person who is not who he wanted to hear from is Maria. He was like, I want you to tell me, I want to learn more about you. Tell me something about you. And she's like, I'm going to slip into something more comfortable and then we're going to make out.
What did we think about that? Because her whole angle was like seduction, right? But then he was like, well,
she also was like, I can't breathe in this dress. You know what's more comfortable? Nudity. Like,
you know what's more comfortable? I don't know, a tighter top and a tighter skirt. Like, sure, I guess. It didn't seem
my
like
stomach can breathe. Like,
and the girls definitely seem to have a reaction to that, which I feel like I would. You leave in a dress and you come back in a completely different outfit. Like, first of all, you didn't want to tell anyone else to pack a second fit. You didn't want to tell anyone. I don't know. Interesting. Daisy's my front runner. Daisy wins the show. They're so in love. I see it from a mile and a half away. I love Daisy.
I have a good feeling about Lexi.
Yeah, Daisy and Lexi are definitely top two.
You think that's Lexi's top two?
Yeah, he loves, the golf. Are you kidding? Then her painting, which she really sold it. I was like, she's going to be really good.
I was like, she might be really good. Like a little Picasso, like a Michelangelo. Turns out,
No.
not good
It was
at art.
giving Picasso.
It
In a
was.
way.
It was giving a little Picasso. Yeah, you could argue it was giving a little Picasso.
Do you have any thoughts on Evelyn like jumping over the table in the
Loved.
wedding dress?
Loved. Yeah.
Loved.
Commitment.
Loved.
Loved that commitment.
But she didn't even end up next to him.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Yeah. Those challenges on group dates give the perception of being rewarded something that's not really on the table, but they don't know what is not available to them, if that making any sense. I love a good Michael Bolton. Little Michael, do you know who Michael Bolton is?
This is the first singer on The Bachelor that I've actually recognized their song.
You knew who Michael Bolton was.
Oh my God.
Natalie did not know who Michael Bolton was. Yeah.
The second
I
he
knew who
started
Michael
singing,
Bolton
I was like, oh, yes, hello, my good friend.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. Well, you have kind of an old soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, in like a good way. I don't know. Nick was like, come on, I even know who Michael Bolton. I'm like, yeah, you're 43. Of course you do. But none of the other women, they were all like, interesting. Also, Daisy. She's like,
They definitely had to reshoot that scene.
no, for sure. He's like, we're going to go see Bahamas she's like, I love Bahamas.
No, she said I love him. She even knew that it was a person.
Not a band.
Not a
It was
band.
just one guy.
It
Yeah.
was this one guy. What chances are?
Yeah, I would have
do we
been screwed. I would have been like, oh, Tommy? Like, I would have been like, where are we going?
Did you believe Daisy's acting? Do you believe that she knew? Or do you think that was a pickup?
I think that was a pickup for sure.
Yeah.
It
She's
had
like,
to
oh my
be.
God, I love him.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that festival?
No.
Nope.
I've never heard of it either. I was thinking about that because it was like country vibes, right?
Yeah, they love a good
Yeah.
country artist on that show.
I looked him up on Instagram because I was like, I wonder if this is like just, I'm just stupid and this is an actual, he's got 75,000 followers and he is known as a Canadian indie rock artist.
Oh, but back to that. Why did any of this reminded her of being cheated on? Just like watching Joey make out with other chicks or something?
Well, it sucks to be the other woman and have to like kind of just be fine with it.
She's already upset about the other one. Babe, it's the second day. Like this happened, you know?
She was saying that the women were mad at her for opening up, but opening up is something she struggled with. So she's like, it should be empowering, but I'm getting crucified.
She wasn't
for it.
opening up. She was saying, I just got a little smoochy
Yeah.
poo. You're not opening up. You're like bragging about what you and Joey are doing in your alone time. You're not being like, so when I was younger, and they're like, babe, shut up.
Because even compare that to Daisy telling everybody about her cochlear implant before her date. And there was even girls after that were like, thank you so much for sharing. Like, I think if it was an actual genuine opening up, here's something I've gone through, I think the reaction would be similar. It's exactly like you were saying. It's her coming in and pushing on a pressure point and an insecurity of all these other women who barely get to talk to him. That's not
Yeah.
opening up. That's just like shoving it in their face.
Although, thank you for sharing.
She's definitely watched the show.
Yeah, they all watch the show. Thank you for sharing. Thank
She's
you.
like, wait, when someone says something deep, you say, thank you for sharing.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
okay.
They all hate each
I'm
other.
obsessed with Joey though. Like even though he had to sit
I am
through
too.
a lot of these, like I just felt like he handled it all so well. I feel like he's so hot. Like
What did you think of him flipping the tire?
Oh my God. I was like, me next. Me next.
Let's meet
Natalie
next.
looked over at me to like see how closely I was watching Natalie versus.
Well, I actually went
Joey?
to fast forward because I was like, I have to get through this show as fast as possible. And so I was going to skip and then it was that scene and I was like, maybe I'll wait.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he's a great, finally we have a good bachelor. It's been a minute.
And what makes him great?
Well, he's actually
ratio of
attractive. His
Hair to chest hair.
Yeah.
Impeccable.
Impeccable.
Okay. He's got a good chest to hair ratio. Okay.
I don't know. He's just like, he's actually charming. I can see that women actually want to fight for him. Like, I didn't believe that with some of the others, you know? I just didn't believe that 30 women were there for Clayton. It was hard for me. And that's maybe why I respected the women who were like, I'm going to go home. Like, night one, they're like, I'm going to pack it up.
And we lost his sister already.
Yeah.
Do we think it
Yeah.
was dramatic? Like the whole cake throw, and she's like, it's not red velvet.
Oh, they told her to throw that cake. Yeah, for sure. I think Lauren's dramatic on her own. I think her exit was all her. I think her just like being like, this isn't for me. I can't do this. And at the end, they're like, throw the cake. And she did, you know.
I
But-
did find it refreshing though at the like fake wedding reception. I think it was Maria who was sitting next to Lauren and Lauren was like, hey, how are you doing? and kind of talking about her being emotional. And Lauren told Maria to her face, she was like, and then it was really hard when you were saying in the limo that like you were going to have your dad there. And Maria was like, oh, I screwed up. I had no idea. Like that to me was refreshing compared to what we saw later in the episode of everyone just talking behind each other's back, because we got to see the two of them basically like say, hey, you said this out of context. You didn't know, but it really hurt me and it set me off. I'm so sorry. Great.
I loved Demi Burnett.
Oh.
Welcome back, Demi.
Yeah. Well, our
That
friend
was
Demi made an
such-
appearance.
That was I did not expect it, and I loved it.
Yeah, she looked great. All right. Who are our front runners? Real quick before we go.
Lexi, Daisy,
That's your
hopefully not Jess. Jess kind of annoys me a little bit.
Jess will be gone in like 2 weeks, I'm sure.
Edwina, I did really like their solo time.
Who's the girl who has the siblings and she has a tattoo of 4 siblings? I think she's top 4.
Wasn't it Kelsey A that gave the
Nightmare for them to edit.
doll from New Orleans?
Oh, Kelsey from New Orleans. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Kelsey's top 4 for sure. All right. Well, hopefully this season picks up and they have less sad stories. I don't know. I always kind of roll my eyes. A lot for Joey to deal with early on. All right. Anyways, let's get to the meat of this episode. It's time for the Toms. Thank you guys, as always, for listening to this show. 700 episodes. It's been fun making them. Don't forget, on Thursday, we have Whitney Rose from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is with us for Going Deeper. It's a good one, breaking down all the things that happened with this past season, the reunion, where are they now, where do they go from here, her thoughts on Monica, Heather, all the ladies from the show. Will she be back? What does she think about upcoming seasons? Will they keep it dramatic? All of those questions are asked and answered with Whitney. Do not miss that episode. It's a great one. All right, let's get to the Toms. This episode is brought to you by Care Of. What you put in your body matters, and the good people at Care Of know that better than anyone.
They care.
That's right. They care. They care about what you put in your body. Care Of is a subscription service that ships high quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month. Care Of offers curated sets of products that are designed to work with research-backed ingredients and optimal doses. The new year is already here, and Care Of wants to celebrate with you with a personalized experience that will help you feel like your youest.
Care Of's app helps you track how you're feeling and play back insights about your results over time, so you can adjust your routine as your needs change, and also just like, compare, contrast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the best part is too, well, for all you forgetful people out there, raise your hand. I'm one of them who have a hard time staying on their vitamin routine. Well, Care Of makes it that much easier. Once you set up with Care Of, whatever vitamins you take on the daily, they will put in a little package formula for you, especially so if you travel. So instead of taking like 19 bottles or 6 bottles, I don't know how many vitamins you end up taking. They'll put it all in a little packet. So if you travel, you put those little packets in your case and
throw it
away
in your purse,
you go.
throw it in your bag, throw it wherever you want.
Because there's no point in getting on vitamins if you don't stay with it. Care Of has made it so much easier for me to stay on my vitamin game. I can't thank them enough because it's important that I get my vitamins in my body to make sure that I am staying fit, feeling as well as I can and should. Especially you got with a baby on the way. I got to make sure that I am keeping my energy up, making sure I'm feeling my best self, and I'm doing that with my good friends at Care Of. For 50% off, that's half, 50% off your first month subscription of Care Of. Go to takecareof.com and enter code VIALL50. That's right, that's takecareof.com with promo code VIALL50 for 50% off. Incredible savings with our good friends at Care Of. Forget the noise and pressure around fitness at New Year's. Start in a way that works best for you. I know you good people have heard of the friends that we have over at Peloton because they are doing amazing things. But let's not forget about what made Peloton Peloton. They're incredible bikes and equipment allowing you to get the workout that you need from the convenience of your home. Work out with your best friends, even if your best friends don't live in your neighborhood. Stop wasting time packing a gym bag, driving to the gym, checking into the gym, going into the locker, change, then finally work out, have a couple distracting conversations with people you don't even want to talk to at the gym, then change again, drive back home. You know how many workouts you could have done just by doing that? You can get like a good 20, 25-minute workout and just jump on the bike, talk, hang out with some friends from who don't live in your area, get motivated by some of the coolest trainers in the biz with some dope soundtracks, hype yourself up with the people at Peloton.
They also have entertainment, so you can't let missing a game or not watching your TV show as an excuse, because they have TV shows and live sports as you ride. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone with our good friends at Peloton. So get started with Peloton's limited time offer. Head to onepeloton.com/deals. Terms apply. To enjoy all of Peloton's limited time offers, head to onepeloton.com/deals. Terms apply. Nope. Okay.
It's not looking
That's not
good.
looking
It's not
good.
looking good.
I don't know if you guys know this about Tom, but yeah, he's like a vampire.
It's 2:00.
I know.
And I texted him, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
With a little...
He was hyped about it.
Moved it later?
Yeah.
He never responded to that.
He didn't?
No.
Tried Sandoval. Oh, my manager tried Sandoval and texted him no answer. God.
Does he have an assistant who could go knock on his door and
His
see?
assistant just resigned last week. We're on TST. You know what that is?
What?
Tom Sandoval time.
Oh no. I don't like that time.
You know, production secretly gives him an earlier call time or earlier call time, 30 minutes ahead, just knowing he'll be late. He's chronically late.
Chronically.
Well, we need him to respond. Otherwise, we're just going to start.
I mean, yeah, what do you guys think?
Tom, do you want to slide your mic in?
Yeah.
I'll call him.
Yeah, call him. Oh, it's cozy in here.
It'll get warm.
Is that how
It'll
you
get
disarm
toasty.
people before you exploit them?
Yeah. It'll get
Smells
warm.
good. I feel like I'm at home.
It's like a casino.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
There's no clock in here.
No.
Smells really good.
You're about to get a massage.
Oh
A
my
shoulder
God.
massage.
Free drinks.
Yeah.
Where's my cocktail?
Yeah.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
God.
of course.
Press
Tom, where
2:05, buddy.
the fuck
Oh my God.
are you?
Is Brecken home? Can Brecken knock on the door?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have
Are you guys
Brecken's.
friends with Brecken?
I mean, I know him through Kelly.
Yeah, I love
Um,
Brecken.
I hear he hates fucking Sandoval these days.
Well, it's a love-hate. They have a mutual respect, and they are friends, but...
I don't know if it's mutual anymore. It sounds like Sandoval's been partying a lot and pissing him off.
Really? They had a great rapport going.
All right, are we? I
We'll
mean,
give him
6 minutes.
5 minutes to call us back.
I was telling Natalie and Nick, we're on TST now. I'm Sandoval time.
Yeah, I don't
And
operate under time.
I don't
Sandoval
either.
time.
I don't either. That's why I roll solo, whatever. We do things together. I don't bother rolling with him because I like to be early to everything.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really do. Have you ever asked yourself, why you're still friends with that guy?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I've done some reflecting, for sure. You know?
I've looked in the mirror a couple times.
No, the pros outweigh the cons. I made a list.
You did.
Yeah.
Do you have this
I
list?
don't have it. It's actually...
I'd like to review it with you.
That's funny, Nick. First of all, hi.
Hi.
Are we?
Oh, are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Yeah.
You know.
Hi.
We haven't
Hi.
necessarily started the podcast yet, but
Yeah. I mean, we are recording.
we are recording.
I got to
but-
say, I'm still kind of on a high. Last time I saw you, you told me I was handsome.
The best looking guy in Vanderpump.
And,
you haven't.
it worked like a charm. I was here
Yeah,
early
they come
with
down
bells on.
since. Yeah.
Is that why Sandoval hasn't showed? I could tell his feelings were really hurt.
He was, honestly.
It really bothered him.
Yeah, it irked him. How much time should we give him? I mean, he lives 5 minutes away.
I know.
Allie has joined the Zoom.
Okay.
Just looking at that matcha latte is making me have to take a shit.
We do have restrooms if you need to.
I have like a Pavlonian thing going on.
What does that mean?
Like, when they condition the dogs to salivate just by ringing a bell? Because
Yeah, Pavlov's dog.
Yeah.
I've never
was-
heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
That must
I
be
see.
like a 40-year-old
I was-
thing.
It was on The
Aaron.
Office
Was it?
when Jim keeps playing the Windows app and he keeps playing it and offers Dwight a mint every time he plays the sound. And then eventually he plays the sound and Dwight puts his hand out. And Jim's like, what the fuck?
Such a good reference. Oh, my God. By the way, I feel like you've set me up for failure. Us, well, it was supposed to be us. I guess it's just me now, but I'm supposed to follow up Gypsy Rose.
No.
No, you won't be following.
Those are big
Gypsy
shoes
Rose.
to fill. Oh, I won't?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like a week.
You'll be 5 or 6 episodes after.
Did you guys acknowledge that she's 10th cousins with Stassi Schroeder?
I believe Katie your ex
Yeah.
let us know that on this very podcast.
I loved the response online to that. Like in all caps, everyone on Twitter, get her a job at Sir now.
Yeah.
Lisa at Lisa Vanderpump.
Unfortunately, we asked her. She doesn't seem to watch much Bravo.
She doesn't?
No,
No.
she likes the like TLC, like 90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day Fiancé, Married at First Sight.
First thing I'm doing after I leave here is I'm listening to your episode. She seems very thoughtful and well-spoken and
Very
bright.
much so.
Very well
Yeah.
spoken.
She is having a glow up right now, man. Every time I open Twitter, Instagram, she's on
She's top
fire.
notch.
She's like the opposite of your friend Tom
Yeah.
in so many ways. Like she acknowledged her mistake, owned her mistake,
Oh.
did some work,
Oh.
and now she is out here showing people
Yes, of course.
how much work she's done.
Yes, of course.
He did that in his own convoluted way.
How?
I feel well, can we get into that later? I just got here. Yeah, Gypsy. Man. I'm just learning about her plight, her story.
It's wild, right?
Um
Do you know what do you think you would have done in her shoes?
okay. I have skimmed the headlines, so I should be careful about what I say, but I think
We got your back.
Same, but not same.
Same but not same.
Yeah.
You can empathize
100%.
with why
Yeah.
it came to what it came to.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you concur?
I couldn't say otherwise.
Yeah. You never know what you're capable of until you're put into a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she's getting the Fire D now, though.
Fire D.
She is. He's a good dude too.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a text
Ooh.
From?
from
oh.
my therapist.
Oh,
Hi,
Well-
Darlene.
I don't know where the fuck Tom is. I don't know
Oh, he's about to regret this.
if he's double booked himself, if he's sleeping right now. I have no clue.
Well, except that he hasn't responded to any
yeah. So
of my messages over the past 2 or 3 days.
Did you respond, Schwartz?
yeah,
He did.
Oh.
He did.
always
Nice little
I'm
thumbs up.
prompt.
Which I didn't need much more than an acknowledgement,
Yeah.
which Schwartz gave me.
Yeah. I mean, if it's any consolation, it's great to be here.
It's nice to have you. It's great to have you.
We're gonna you throw me some softballs today.
Yeah, listen,
We'll talk about your favorite color,
Yeah.
your
Oh.
favorite movie.
It's
we'll keep it light, but
yeah.
we're gonna question
oh.
some things.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
You just had Katie on, right?
We did.
Yeah.
She actually just DM'd me.
I
She
haven't
did.
listened to it yet.
Are you
Oh.
familiar with her new show?
Yeah, her and Dana.
Yeah,
I forget the name of it, but it's very fitting for them.
disrespectfully.
Yeah.
On the NV Media Viall Files network.
She's such a hater, but
Her studio's next door. You
Is
should check
it?
Yeah.
she's a hater, but she owns it and she does it with an interesting point of view. So it works.
What do you mean you think she's a hater?
Well, Katie's just she's very judgmental.
She's opinionated.
She's very yes.
I haven't found her to be judgmental.
She's
I found her to be opinionated.
I
I
say
have found her to be on time.
Yeah, I have found her to be on time.
I meant to say that with a sense of endearment. When I said
Endearment.
she's a hater, I mean that. I'm not backtracking. Sincerely though, Katie taught me that it's kind of fun and okay to indulge in a little gossip once in a while. She gave me a newfound appreciation for sipping the tea in moderation,
Okay.
if you will.
Well, I don't think this loser is going to show.
No, God, I don't know what to say on behalf of him.
Well, I don't expect you to say anything
Yeah.
on behalf of him. Do you feel like it's your responsibility to protect
No, I don't.
Tom Sandoval?
I don't. He's his own entity, his own man, and I'm not here to defend or speak on behalf of him. But I do love the guy. I don't know. Where do we go? Are we going to do a deep dive into our dynamic?
Probably. I do appreciate you showing up, though.
Dude, of course. I've never missed an appointment or a show or
Did a part of you know that Sandoval wouldn't show?
no.
Oh.
Wait.
Yes, that's not true.
Was there there's always a little part of me that worries he's going to be late, but he almost always shows up fashionably late with, a questionable excuse, but
You think he'll run in here out of breath and oh my God, the craziest thing happened. I was backing out and this old man's wheelchair got caught under my wheel and
it'd be more like a fresh manicure. I'd be like, sorry, my guy was running late and
okay.
yeah, freshly minted white nails.
Got it. And a coffee in hand.
Yeah.
I have never, in the history of this show, we are how many episodes, Allie?
We've recorded 690 episodes, I think.
In
Congratulations.
690 episodes, I have never had anyone no show.
No call, no show. A no show, things happen in life.
Yeah.
But
I've had people had to last minute reschedule for
course, yeah.
emergencies that come up, but I have never had anyone completely ghost me, especially
It's
after doing them a
unacceptable.
favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I just say? on behalf of Tom Schwartz. It's really nice to be here.
Great to have you.
It's great to have you, Tom
I
Schwartz.
don't usually refer to myself in third person. I feel
Probably important that you do in this interview.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the controversial figure you were looking for, I'm sure, but
No, I mean, I've been looking forward to having you on.
yeah,
I think you are more controversial than you realize,
maybe
mostly because of your association with Tom Sandoval
guilty by association.
and your loyalty
Yeah.
to a man who deserves none.
And the couple of drinks you happen to have thrown at some ladies in your
Yeah.
past,
Yeah, my God. Yeah, I'm not necessarily proud of my past, but
Can
I've
we-
learned
yeah.
from my mistakes.
Tom
and,
Schwartz, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yay.
Appreciate it. It's nice to be here.
Or-
Lovely studio.
Baby, do you want to sit next to
No, I think honestly, having the empty seat
having the empty seat?
is
Should we make something real quick that says like a ball?
a sign that says Tom
A
Sandoval.
little print out.
Put this little hat there.
No, I don't
Hanging
want
on
the
the
negative
mat.
association with the bar. We've
Oh.
had enough hate. And
Okay.
We've become, it's like he's the face. That's the place. No, we've actually put a lot of work into revamping, and we're going to pivot. And I'm excited to get some new, fresh energy in there.
You are going to pivot.
Yeah, working
Is
on
that
it.
breaking news?
Well, no, we're just we're incorporating our music program. Finally, we're going to have a new sound system, live music, and a lot of cool stuff I'm excited about.
Are you going to change the name?
I don't know.
Is Tom Sandoval still
there's-
part of it?
He is, but he's sort of taken a step back. He's been mostly a silent partner.
But he's still financially involved?
Yes, he is.
Do you think until that is no longer the case that people will feel compelled to support this venture of yours?
There's been a shift. Honestly, we've got doxxed. I mean, I'm not here to throw a pity party, but it sucks that this business that I put my heart and soul into, and so many people put so much time and energy into, came crashing down because of one person's actions, in their personal life. But we suffered dearly,
Yeah.
We really did. People have been coming in. There's been an outpouring of support lately, and it's been a nice change of pace,
Okay. Are you going to get real ketchup?
Oh, yeah.
Nick does not. Is not a fan of the ketchup.
The cherry ketchup.
What the fuck is that?
I know. I can't even tell the difference.
It's ketchup.
Honestly, when
You
I first,
how can you not tell the difference?
I objected when I first saw that. I was like, it seems unnecessary and pretentious, maybe, but it works, and now I'm in love with it. It's one of my favorite things on the menu.
Fine. Keep the
Yes,
cherry
we-
ketchup.
oh.
Can you also just have regular fucking ketchup?
Just for the record, we have Heinz now. In the
You
back.
do?
I got
Okay.
it. Just after that
For-
moment,
There's
I really,
one bottle of
that
Heinz.
has your name on it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Should we call Tom one last time?
I think we should.
Okay.
Let's call him on air.
Do you
Call.
think he would be more likely to answer you or Nick? I think probably
Probably
you.
Nick. In this moment
Really?
in time, knowing
Okay.
that he was supposed to do the show
When was the last time you talked to him about doing this?
while we were in Singapore.
When was that?
That was 3 days ago.
Oh. Silence is loud.
Definitely.
Hey.
Oh,
Where the fuck are you? We're recording.
Oh shit. It's 2:19. Oh my god. It is?
wait, this is Tom. We're live right now.
We're live. We're recording.
Get your ass over here. It's 5 minutes away.
Okay. All right, I'll be over. I'm coming over.
All right.
Send me your address. Text me your address. I'm coming over.
I'll resend it.
Okay. Bye.
All right, bye.
This motherfucker.
Oh my
It's
God.
2:19. No, it's not 2:19. You think he just woke up?
Probably.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know, man.
I'll be honest. I hate when people start sentences like that. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
No, don't.
With all due respect.
With all due respect. Let me finally be honest.
No offense.
No offense. I want Tom Sandoval to succeed in life. I do.
Yeah.
I want him to use this tragedy, at least for Ariana and Tom, has been tragic. Other people, I think they've pretended it to be tragic while Scrooge McDucking in their beds full of cash.
Yeah. I got a visual on that. Yeah.
Right. Sheena just basking in her bed, just cash, and having Brock just throwing up dollar bills.
You guys,
Can you picture it?
come on. No comment. No.
But
no.
Anyway, I
listen,
want-
a lot of people profited. A lot of people made a lot of money off of that.
I want there to be good in this. Yeah, I mean that. This is what this show is about. It's about, learning from our mistakes. Most of us don't make the type of mistakes that Tom has.
Yeah.
But Tom isn't the only person who's ever been unfaithful. He's not the only person who's cheated. Sadly, what he did, so many people before him, even your peers, have done. And yet, what's been so frustrating is to see your friend Tom just be so resistant to owning what he did.
Yeah.
And even conversations I have with him now, it's a real challenge for him.
He's very susceptible to like indulging in whataboutism, you know?
What do you mean by that?
Just like instead of, facing the issue head on, he has a tendency. Well, he's gotten a lot better about this because he's self-aware now, but
you think he's self-aware now?
More self-aware. He's got a lot more humility. And he's been humbled on a massive scale here. Let me make sure.
This is almost too perfect.
I know.
It's 219?
His tone and everything.
Oh.
Hey, man. He answered as if like you were just like calling to
Like he was in the middle of a Mario Kart
see
game.
if he got home all right.
Just
yeah.
shoot the shit. What's up,
Hey,
brother?
man, what's up? What's cooking? He didn't
Dude.
sound that groggy.
He
He did.
sounded-
Or like panicked,
Yeah. Anyways, what was I saying?
You've suggested that he's been humbled and that he's more self-aware.
Yes, and I had a point. I forgot where was I going with that?
I say we just keep fucking going. Let this
Let's-
guy.
yeah.
We're not on Tom Sandoval. Tom.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, we don't have to wait.
Why the fuck are you friends with Jax Taylor?
He's coming. Tom Sandoval's coming. Yeah.
Well, you can put it there for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the mustache.
Oh, no.
Why am I friends with Jax Taylor?
Yeah, yes.
Um,
What I know
okay.
about him is he's only ever lied. And I think he's still lying. Didn't he say something that his wife had to correct in the media? I don't know. Anyways, he's done some shit. And I say this having watched, and I told you this last time when I saw you,
Yeah.
that I have more empathy for Tom Sandoval having gone back and watched old episodes of Vanderpump. Not I have empathy in the fact that like I think many of his peers are hypocritical and very conveniently forgetting their sins to take advantage of Tom's. Jax Taylor is the ringleader of that nothing matters but me energy.
Yeah, he was villain numero uno for a while there. Yeah, he had a dicey character at best. People are going to roll their eyes, but Jax has a really good heart, and he's been a great
How?
friend to me. He was one of the first people I met in Los Angeles when we were coming up. When going on auditions together, he got me one of my first agents.
Okay.
He's just always been a great friend, very supportive of my family. There if you need anything, anytime, money, a shoulder to cry on.
He's never wronged you.
Well,
Have you been on the receiving end of a Jax Taylor?
oh, I've been jaxed.
You've been jaxed.
Yeah, I've been jaxed for sure.
Loyalty matters to me.
Yeah.
It's a quality that I care very much about. Loyalty is one of those characteristics that everyone says they care about, because who would ever be like, yeah, I don't care about loyalty?
Yeah.
No one would say that.
Yeah.
But very few people are actually prioritize being loyal,
Yeah.
being there for you. You seem to prioritize that.
Are you saying I'm loyal to a fault?
I would. Yeah. But I'm just also wondering, like, yeah, how do you, Tom Schwartz, see, like, what does loyalty mean to you? And how do you implement it in your life since you've been surrounded and you continue to be friends with people who not only wronged you, but other people you care about, to the point where their actions not only have hurt them, but truly damaged lives and mental health and done some things that you can't take back?
Oh God, this might seem like a cop-out, but it's almost like when you do reality TV, it's like you're sort of existing in a parallel universe with a slightly different set of rules and ethics. And I hope that doesn't in any way, shape, or form detract from the authenticity of our show, because I'm so proud that we've never like soft scripted or contrived any moments. We have a deep well of history, and most of us were friends before the show started. I think you guys know that.
Yeah.
I was roommates with Jax and Tom. That's when he was dating Kristen. Jax was dating Stassi, and then I was dating Katie. We were one highly dysfunctional, fucked up family, but we loved each other. And that was the beginnings, the genesis of Vanderpump Rules, and everyone working at SIR, that was the glue that tied everybody together. But
so many of those people have grown up.
yes,
And it sometimes feels like some of the guys
listen,
have not.
I had a good trajectory going. 2019, I really felt like I had my shit together. I was happily married. We had just bought a beautiful home, my dream home in the Valley. And, Tom was thriving, just about to open our second bar, all kinds of other business opportunities burgeoning. And then, I don't know, after 2020, things got weird.
And what role do you think you played in that?
In regards to the downfall of the relationship?
Life. I mean, you made it seem like life in itself was
I know that's I know. I
It was
skipped
great.
over a lot. Well, Jesus. It's gonna turn into a therapy session. Can you be more specific with the question so I don't ramble?
We can
Or go on a-
certainly have time. Well, yeah, I guess just that. Like when you were moments ago, you went back to 2019 in your head and you visualized your dream home
I
and you
just felt like
visualized those other opportunities and you visualized the success that Tom was having and you visualized your marriage. And now it's 2024. You're in a very different spot.
Yeah. My God.
On the heels of Sandoval. And I'm just wondering, have you ever given much thought into the choices you've made that got you to where you are at today?
For sure. I take full accountability for
Well, I don't even know. Like some things are out of your control, but I am curious of the things that you have thought, you know what? That one's on me. I could have done this differently. What are some of those things?
If you're alluding to like the affair, if you're alluding to
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know honestly much about you and Katie.
Well,
other than you seem to never want to have her back.
Honestly,
do you think that is accurate?
I don't think it's a fair representation of the dynamic in our relationship.
Would you like to add some color to that?
Oh God, me and Katie are in such a good place. You know what I mean? Like I just,
me and Katie are in such a good place.
I feel like we're in a really good place right now. I don't know if I want to do a deep dive and rehash negative aspects of our relationship.
Well, you did already call her judgmental.
Oh God.
But as a viewer,
yeah. As a viewer,
I have yet to see you go Team Katie.
Really? I mean,
no, we're in season 3.
Really,
I've seen season 10, 1, 2, and parts of 3.
Honestly, I've lost sleep over the fact that our relationship, I think overall, is perceived in such a negative light, because there were so many great moments in our relationship, way more good than bad. We've went on so many fun vacations together. We truly loved each other, there for each other through the best of times, through the worst of times. We started dating when we both had nothing. We were kind of like perfectly imperfect,
What does that mean?
It's like we were by no means a model relationship. I don't think at any point, aside from maybe our wedding season, did people ever look at Tom Schwartz and Katie Maloney and say they are couple goals.
Yeah,
complicated.
Sure. Even for the people who are quote unquote couples goals, what does that even mean?
I guess
they have a good brand.
I guess up until, very recently, I feel like Tom and Ariana were perceived as like the quintessential idyllic.
There you go. There's my point. If you could have changed anything about your behavior in your marriage, what would you have changed?
Well,
you can totally say nothing.
No, it's okay. This is nice. This is nice, by the way, actually.
This is just us chit-chatting.
First of all, early on in our relationship, when I was unfaithful, being a reformed makeout slut, which I know it's not cute to say that, but like I dealt with things in a very unhealthy way early on in our relationship. There was multiple times where I thought we were going to break up. I had a lot of pent up resentment. And instead of dealing with it head on, having healthy conversations, seeking couples therapy, I often would just get shit-faced. I was a sloppy, immature, lost douche at times in our relationship. That's one of my biggest regrets, just dealing with it like a goddamn fool,
Do you think you'd be married today if your behavior was different?
I think towards the end we had communication, but man, I didn't want to do this. Tom, where are you? I do not want...
This is a cost of being friends with Tom Sandoval.
It's just that it's been like, this has been talked about ad nauseum on the show. And we're in such a good place. Katie, love you. I don't know. I would prefer not to go into it, actually.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, my goal was to have a conversation with you, ask some, I don't even think hard-hitting questions, but like some direct questions with the hopes that the two of you would come across as two men who have done some reflecting, have done some growing.
Yeah.
As they enter into their 40s.
Yeah.
Aren't necessarily the Peter Pan, fuckboy, degenerate douches that many of your fans consider you to be.
I mean,
that was my hope.
By the way, we're not a package deal. I'm Tom Schwartz. That's Tom Sandoval. We have a business together. He's one of my dear friends, but we are very different people. And this is not me trying to distance myself,
No, I mean, you're and listen, I got to know you. Like, you are such a likable guy. You
Thank
are.
you. I appreciate that, Nick.
And good looking.
Thank you.
But you know, again, there's a perception of who you guys are.
Yeah.
And I would love to give you guys an opportunity, especially Sandoval.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you are guilty by association often. And that is something you often choose to be a part of. Which
I feel like you're kind of setting me up for failure. If you're like, listen, you're perceived as an asshole. Here's your opportunity.
I don't think you're an
I'm
asshole.
going to let you just talk. Prove to the world that you're not a fucking Peter Pan douchebag. Like, kind of setting me up for failure.
I don't think so.
I don't have a prepared speech. I know who I am. I'm a great human being. And yeah, I don't know what to say, guys.
Are you uncomfortable?
Not really. I feel like I'm being set up for failure with questions like that.
Why do you think so?
I mean, they're loaded.
How so?
Because you're essentially saying that I am those things indirectly.
No, I don't. I mean, you're aware of fan criticism.
I am.
For example, like I got to know Tom on Special Forces.
Yeah.
And I don't, you know, he like everyone else has flaws.
Yeah.
But I got to know a Tom and I got to learn about sides of him that I enjoyed.
Yeah. He is a good dude.
And I think people are complex and multi-layered.
Yeah.
And, you
Thank
know,
you.
I've had like conversations with people who will be like, oh, Tom Sandoval's this, and that, and I've never met him. I'm like, listen, I have a different experience with him, which I can, again, be critical of him.
For sure.
I know Tom cares what people think about him.
He does.
And yet he acts in a way that I don't understand why he does, and he gets certain criticisms. So yeah, it's not meant to be loaded. It's just meant to be like, I get that all the time. It's like, oh, are you aware of what people think about you?
Yeah.
You know, or, you know, you're this, or people think that. And I address those questions all the time.
Not to throw a pity party, but I think I'd like to say I was thriving in the chaos of whatever that shitstorm was. But man, it was a combination of things happening in my life with my family members, my dad being in the hospital, my brother almost dying, my other brother going through chemotherapy. I kind of feel like I fell apart, and I'm still kind of reeling a little bit from the past few years. Not to throw a pity party, but I feel like I'm just
you dealt with some real stuff.
I'm just now restabilizing and sort of getting my my Schwartz back, if you will.
What does that mean?
I just starting to feel normal again, I guess, you know? I feel like I was kind of just surviving at best, but really like drowning the past few years, you know? Especially the past year.
Are you on the way up?
I think so.
That's good.
I think I'm due for a come up right now. I've been working out, eating healthy, started meditating, which all sounds like terribly cliche, but
You dyed your hair back.
I dyed my hair back. Yeah, I got roasted for that. Hair's back to brown now.
You got great hair
It
too.
suits
Thank
you,
you.
yeah.
Thank you,
the brown-
guys.
The brown suits you.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm just like,
Don't apologize.
I don't know, man.
He's 2 minutes out,
It's okay. Yeah.
and then we can focus the energy on him.
I mean, no, you can focus the energy on me.
Do you think I'm being unfair?
No, I don't actually. I didn't mean to get defensive. I just
It's
like,
okay.
Do you feel like a lot of your castmates thrived throughout Sandoval and you kind of did the opposite?
You might be the only one to that question that I haven't seen benefit from it.
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because like I said before, it's just like our bar, our beautiful business baby that I just sacrificed so much for became like the place where the affair happened. You know, Tom's the face. That's the place. I don't want to be a baby about it, but I've never experienced like hate or vitriol on that level with such a ferocity
Yeah,
and
because I guess
intensity and in person and on the internet. It's just like, you know, it was unrelenting. And I felt bad that so many people who had nothing to do with it had to suffer the consequences.
Like who?
Our managers or my partners in the business, you know?
Yeah,
Employees like having to deal with unruly customers that coming in drunk, graffitiing the bath, like unhinged human beings just coming in there. And like, it was very strange for a while. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. It turned into like a kind of a circus, like a spectacle for a while, you know?
Yeah, because I guess it's one thing for people to be able to like come at you in your DMs or in your comments, but for them to like physically show up in front of you at your place of business, like that could be scary.
And for the most part, people were lovely and, you know, nuanced. Or, you know, a lot of people came in and were like, you know, I went through the same shit. I did the same thing. My friends did the same thing. I had so many people come in there and empathize with me and be like, you are in a horrible situation. You know, you got put in a horrible situation. Maybe you didn't handle it in the best way possible, but like I've been there. It's a lose-lose.
Why?
In terms of being in a situation, you know, being best friends with someone who's coming out of a relationship and, you know, they're having an affair or they fell in love with someone else. I mean, I don't know. Nick, what would you have done? What would you have done if you were in my position?
I would have done things differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would I, by the way. But
I mean, listen, I would have been very honest with Tom about what I thought about what he did. I've had some tough conversations with friends, and I'll say things like, oh, I want to believe that this isn't who you are, but your actions are saying otherwise. And I would be very honest with how I felt about what they did. I would be honest about where we stand. And then I would be kind of honest about, like, as a friend, what I would need to see from him to continue, I guess, being friends. Yeah. I wouldn't have, I guess, at this point in my life, and maybe you did do this.
I did do that in my own way, but I would love to do a deep dive with that right now, but I know I'll get in trouble as the season's about to air.
What do you mean?
You go into this in great detail.
Your
the new season of Vanderpump Rules. Yeah.
We'll be able to explore the friendship of Tom Schwartz.
I hate to do that to you.
That's okay. You understand the parameters.
Yeah. Come on in.
You're welcome to come in.
Yeah, no, come on. We have started. You little fuck.
Yeah,
oh my God, look at that shit-eating grin. No. Oh my God, dude.
Is this Thailand?
Oh, that's not funny.
Why are you late?
Me?
Can you put the mic on so we can hear you?
Yeah. I'm actually glad you brought that, because this was actually, you know what? This was a teachable moment. It was a teachable moment, honestly. Yeah. And I feel like
slide the mic. Hi. Tom. Hi. You were saying? Yeah.
Let's just take that down.
What? Come on.
This was a teachable moment, because I don't think a lot of people are educated on the dark side of that world, that industry.
Is this what Lala was talking about?
Yeah.
That shit, we didn't fucking know.
I know. We didn't know who. She just said my castmate took a photo, and we were like, "Who's this? What are they talking about?"
Well, I mean,
no.
I vaguely,
actually, it is a teachable moment in a sense of, like, I went to a place supporting Thailand. Like, we were on the boat the entire day, right?
What are you trying to say here? No, I'm saying it's a teachable moment in terms of raising, like, that industry is. I didn't realize to what length, but that industry is rampant with corruption and speed breeding and very often
mistreatment of animals.
Yes, mistreatment of animals.
Actually,
this. Hold on. I'm leading it like very often. They're declawed, or they use corporal punishment, negative reinforcement, or they're sedated or drugged. The place we went to supposedly was highly recommended and reputable.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
And apparently they contribute a significant portion of their profits to conservation. It could all be bullshit.
Absolutely beautiful.
I know that whole industry is sort of
and we didn't like at that point. Like, we have been
tourists.
drinking all day, and like we went along with like the tourists who brought us there, and we're like,
well, the whole trip was like, do as the locals do. It was recommended as a reputable place. In hindsight, a questionable decision. I didn't go in there. I'm not trying to get eaten by a fucking lion.
I think everybody was more worried about, like, a tiger biting off my head more so than, like,
who was worried about this?
Schwartz, I think Kyle, like, myself.
Your friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, in hindsight, probably a questionable decision, but
why were you late?
Me?
No
one else was late. He was very early.
Me? You were 2 hours late to my podcast, by the way.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. You were 2 hours late.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you were. You're like, I'll be there between 5:30 and 6:30. You showed up at like 8:30.
Tom, that's not true.
That is exactly true. Dude, you were 2 hours.
You called me the day before and said, I have a big favor to ask. Can you please do my podcast? And I said, Tom, I have a busy day, but let me get back to you. But I can definitely do it at some time at night, but I'll get back to you. We definitely did not have a set time. And then I followed up with you.
Dude, you were like 5:30.
Bring up the text.
Wait, this is the perfect example of whataboutism. Instead of addressing the situation head on and saying, hey, I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry I'm late.
See, that's
why were you late?
Why was I late?
Yeah.
I was hanging out with a friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Just no care in the world?
No, it's not like that.
What is it like?
Nick, why were you late?
I wasn't.
You were. You were. But it's different when it's you. You know what I mean? It's different.
I don't know. I wasn't involved in the scheduling of that, so I don't know.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah, it's different when it's you.
No, that I was late.
Yes. Yeah, you were, dude, I was literally hanging out for like You literally were 2 hours later than you said.
Do you
were
have a
gonna be.
text message that says I was going to be there at an earlier time?
You're like, yeah. Anyways.
You have the text message.
I know.
Just say, I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry I'm late, Nick. Do you want to fucking rake me over the coals? I'm sorry I'm late.
We're just getting
I
started.
apologize.
No.
Okay.
Gotta
I apologize.
You got to respect people's time, Tom. You don't always
I
do
know.
that. You do
I know.
not
I
respect.
don't.
It's okay if you don't respect time in general, but other people's time, you gotta respect.
How was Thailand? Other than
It was great.
It was awesome. It was a great spiritual reset. I feel refreshed and excited about life like I haven't been in quite some time. Going back to what we were talking about, I feel like I've kind of been in a haze. I was a basket case for the past few years, and I feel like I had some sort of figurative rebirth. Does that sound like malarkey?
in what way?
Sounds great.
I don't know. Just going.
I guess so. My question is, now that you're back
seeing
and you felt this, what's going to be different?
just going out, seeing different parts of the world, absorbing yourself in other cultures, eating delicious food. I don't know. I feel like I've had some sort of awakening. My senses are sharpened. My ambition is back.
So, what do you think is going to be different now? Now that you're revigorated and you had
Yes.
this spiritual
Yes.
awakening that you're suggesting.
I feel like I have clarity of vision. My appetite for life is back. I don't know, man. I don't want to sing a sad song, but I just turned into like a sad sack of shit for the past few years. And,
Seem me more positive?
yeah, more positive, more motivated.
Dude, it was really nice. It was really nice for us to like hang out. I mean, it's been since 2018 since me and Schwartz have actually taken a vacation like at all. Like for me, it's been since 2018, but like, dude, it was really nice seeing you. It was so nice, like seeing you like in the pool, in the infinity pool, just like to me, that was worth it all. To see you
You're saying
just like
What was worth it?
just like him
Seeing me-
hanging
seeing
out,
me
like
not-
just us like looking at each other and not caring about anything like for a second. It was really worth it, man.
You're saying for a second it felt like old times
Yeah.
because our obviously our dynamic has become strained professionally, personally, and I feel like this was a good reset for both of us, for our
Yeah.
friendship, for our dynamic. Aside
Yeah.
from this little incident, I don't want
You don't
to.
seem to be on the same page.
I don't want to martyr Tom, but I know it came at great cost to your reputation there for a second. But like, yeah, overall, I think it was a good thing. It raised awareness through a questionable industry, and right.
What?
I'm talking about. I was bringing it back to the Tiger King incident.
He doesn't seem to be very on the same page as you.
Okay, did you just wake up?
No.
He was hanging out with a friend.
Who's
also,
your friend?
I do.
Girl, guy, dating?
No comment.
Yes, of course.
Ooh.
I will circle back quickly and just say that I do have a text from Nick at 6:52 saying he was done with your podcast and he's heading to Whole Foods at 6:52.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was supposed to come over at 5:30.
Yes, that was after the podcast ended.
when I
So
was
that would have been
done.
like an hour and a half later if you recorded.
I'm pretty sure. Let me check my messages to Tom
we were sitting around for a long time.
Sandoval.
We were
Here we
sitting
go.
around for a long time, man.
Okay.
I text you at 4:48. When do you want to do this? Question mark. I can be over at 5:30. You wrote, that works. You sent me your address.
You did not come over at 5:30. Please don't act like you did.
He texted me at
I'm pretty sure that was probably at 5:40 maybe.
No, you were not over at 5:30. You were over at way after 6. Like to the point where like Jason were like, so when's Nick coming? When's Nick coming?
How long is your podcast episode with Nick?
That's an hour.
So
Let's not digress here. We've already digressed. Nick, let's get back on track.
I know. Why are we talking about this?
Well, because you showed up 45 minutes late.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Shame.
I apologize.
And we
I
just didn't even know,
apologize.
you didn't know if you
More
were
shame.
coming. You're
More
just like,
shame.
it wasn't like, hey, you're going to be here. Or we didn't know.
I apologize.
It's, don't need your apology.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Let's
What do you want then?
let's
I
do-
just was asking, why are you late? It was just a simple question.
I didn't ask why you were late.
Because I wasn't.
What about it?
You are though.
What about
You're
it?
an hour late, Nick. You're an hour late. I swear to God,
okay,
dude.
okay,
We were
all right,
sitting there.
Okay.
God's going to be disappointed.
who? God? Who did
He
you
said,
just say?
swears to God.
Oh,
so
oh,
Dude,
God.
you were. You're like, I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
You know what's
like,
scary though? I believe that you believe that.
that's not scary.
But he
I'm
told
not
me
the only one.
but
You
he
can
told me
ask
he was-
Jason and Jason.
Okay.
Jason's like, are
All
they
right,
come?
all right.
Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? Because we were worried. We were worried because we were also like under the gun. We're like, is he really going to come?
You're a hoot, Tom.
Dude.
So how about that special forces?
Yeah. How about the special forces?
How about that special forces?
No.
Well, on Special Forces, I had the pleasure of a few Jeep rides with Mr. Sandoval. I enjoyed getting to know him, and we had about an hour conversation about Sandoval.
yeah.
And my hope of that conversation was just kind of like, I was just curious. I mean, I had just gotten to know you. The Tom I was getting to know during Special Forces, you know, you really stepped up in a lot of cases. And as I got to know, it's like, who is this guy? You know, like, does he really regret this? Has he learned from this? Is he going to do it again in the future? And I'm just curious kind of where you're at now these days. Like, what have you been up to?
Well, Nick, all bullshit aside, man, like, it was actually really nice getting to know you. I saw everything you went through, like, literally, like, went through. You deserve to finish and to win. I thought you did fucking great. You carried me on your shoulders, which I was really honored and I felt bad about. Like, I felt fucking...
I'm confused about the depth of your guys' bond. Are you guys tight? Do you guys text each other on a regular basis? Did you guys really develop a special bond during that?
I think everyone does special to bond. I don't think Tom and I like got super close where we're hanging out on a regular basis.
Okay,
I haven't
yeah.
spoken with him since
Oh, okay.
I had the pleasure
we
of being
have.
a guest.
We have. No,
we kept in touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just
Yeah.
curious. Yeah.
The magnet Tom gave Nick is on our
It is true.
Nice.
Yeah, it is on our fridge. Tom gave me a magnet that memorialized our
Well-deserved.
experience and
Like a
special
T-boot.
faces. Would you set your friend Tom up with a lady?
That scares me. No. Let me.
Well, what, does that
expound.
bother you to hear? Because
No.
I've said to Tom Sandoval's face,
I
like
wouldn't-
I wouldn't set you up with my sister or friend. And Tom, you said I agree. I hear you. Do you want him to?
that was not said for shock value. Let me explain. I would never want him to set me up with someone. I don't want
No.
anyone to set me up with.
Yeah,
Aside
no
from-
guy likes to be set up. I'm just
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
you, would you trust someone you care about to date Tom Sandoval today?
It depends on the person. My answer is it depends on the person.
Do you think you should be? Are you ready to protect someone's heart?
Am I ready to protect somebody's heart? Yes, of course I am. I don't know what to say except that, like, I fucked up and I know that I did that. It doesn't matter the scenario. It doesn't matter. I fucked up. And I know that. I do love hard. I really do. And unfortunately, being vulnerable in a situation like got me to throw, logic and everything out the window and people's feelings and Ariana's feelings, and I regret it. Hardcore. I really do. I can't do anything about it except just try to.
You can learn from it.
Yes, exactly. I've learned so much.
Like what?
Like what?
Yeah.
For instance, to take a page out of Katie's book, like with Schwartz, like Ariana was, she was like, she was like, I don't know what my life will be without, all this stuff. And like, I should have, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to be a better person. I swear to God, like I really am.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, what have I learned? What have I learned? To not ever do that again. To not ever be in a 9-year fucking relationship and end it that way. To not ever like cheat that way. Like, dude, I'm never gonna do that.
What do you mean
That's
cheat?
never gonna happen
What do
again.
you mean cheat that way?
What do you mean? Like,
Well, when you say cheat that way, it
Like
implies
cheat at all?
To have
it
an
implies that you might
to
cheat a
have an
different way.
affair. To have
Okay.
an affair.
I'm just clarifying.
That's
Like-
good. That clarification was good, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Like-
sorry. Yeah, to ever do that.
I'm not even trying to like be hard on you. I have people I care about who have been unfaithful to their partners. People who are close to me. They remain close to me because those people truly show that remorse and that regret. They got into therapy, and it was more than just being like, hey, I'm sorry I fucked up, but they kind of identified those triggers, things that in the past. So for example, they, learned about why in those critical moments did they choose one path versus the other, so that in the future they could say, you know what, I'm finding myself in a similar situation, that urge for validation, that whatever it was, that driving force that caused them to do that.
It's really hard for me to speak about this with Ariana because I don't want to dishonor her, but there are a lot of things that was going on with our relationship that I don't want to talk about.
We're not allowed to talk about. I would love to talk about it, but
no, I'm allowed to talk about
not
it.
right
I
now.
can say whatever the fuck I want.
Of course you can,
but
but
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Well,
I don't want to. I was in a relationship that was.
You fell out of love and you handled it in the worst way possible.
Exactly.
It's a cautionary tale. I will say, on a positive note, so many people have come to me at Tom Schwartz and Sandy's and confided that they were in a similar situation because of, last time I'll ever say the word, Sandoval. They had like an awakening and they're like, we need to seek couples therapy, sit down, have that conversation we've been dreading, finally end it, or find a way to make it work, deal with it in a healthy, productive, constructive way, as opposed to, having an affair. I'm talking like hundreds of people.
Oh, I
small
imagine.
sample size, but still.
I'm a huge believer that there's always a positive to be gained from a negative situation. You just have to be willing to acknowledge it.
I had such low self-worth, and when this whole Rachel Raquel thing happened, logic went out the window. Fully went out the window. I was a slave to my emotions in that aspect, and I couldn't.
That's the big question, right? Because in the future, at some point, you will be in a situation where you might be a slave to your emotions again. That's the big question. The next time you feel that.
Yeah, am I gonna do it again? I've never experienced that overwhelming feeling that I had at that time. And in a 9-year, Nick, what's your longest relationship?
8 years.
8 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't.
Well, in your defense, you've had to talk about it so much, your mind probably goes blank at this point. It's just
Yeah.
I think you're, listen, by the way, I'm not here to be a Sandoval apologist. I'm very critical of him. People don't see that on the show, Tom. Yes.
Yeah.
And we have great conversations, one-on-one behind closed doors. You say all the right things. And then sometimes on a public forum, you have a tendency to get defensive. Yeah. That's it. You have a tendency to get a little defensive, but I know as a dear friend of yours, you regret everything you did on a deep fucking level. You
really
completely
do,
turned your whole life upside down. And but you're trying to move forward.
It seems very easy for you to say that, Schwartz. Why does it seem so hard for you to say that?
What? Me?
Yeah.
Of course I fucking regret it. Dude.
No, I believe you
Of course I
regret it. It's just you have a hard time articulating.
I can't. It's been so long. It's been 10 months. I don't know what to say except that
You did a great job of, you did a fair job of articulating it when we had Dr. Drew on the show.
Yeah, I was a slave to my fucking emotions.
No.
And that's and I was unfortunately, didn't know how to, did not know how to.
Yeah, you didn't know how to deal with those emotions. I totally get that. And I
didn't know how to, you're with somebody that you want to,
I don't think it's necessarily, of course, the act of it is terrible, but I think a lot of people have done what you've done. I don't think you're the only person in the world who has cheated on their significant other, but I think it's just the way that you have handled it since.
Or just what you've said or how you come across.
Yeah.
As a friend, I told you, one time I said, do you understand why your critics still criticize you? And I was curious.
Guys, if you want me to be fucking honest,
Whatever.
I love Ariana. I do. I really care about her. But this person fucking throughout our relationship talk to me like I was down here all the fucking time. And it's unfortunate that like my way of acting out against that was like me also like just getting belittled all the fucking time. Like, dude. And I hate to say it, but like I acted out because I had such low self-worth. And somebody like Raquel, somebody who's in her 20s, like doing the essentially the fucking whipped cream fucking bikini thing, like to me, like in Varsity Blues, like I couldn't fucking like I was like, wow, I have really like, oh my God, like I'm attractive to somebody, like. I'm serious. Like
I get all that.
This might be construed as you saying she made me cheat. That's not what you're. You don't want to be that guy.
That.
You don't want to be. I know you.
That.
I know per our conversations.
No, not at all.
It sounds a little bit like that right now. Just so you know.
Yeah,
it does sound like that. I'm just saying. I'm letting you know.
You're talking about somebody who like she wouldn't have sex with me for like fucking a year.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get all that.
Dude,
and I've been in toxic relationships before.
But I like loved Ariana. I really fucking did. And the whole process of breaking up with her, this happened over 4 months. Like, this wasn't like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
Is there a point when you look back and reflect on what you would have done differently?
Yes.
Hold on, let me finish the rest of the question. Was there a moment where you realized this was the moment I should have brought into the relationship?
That moment was probably, a year before we broke up.
Okay.
It just was like, I woke up before her, went to sleep after her, wake up and like make her a dumpling latte. I instigated the happiness in the relationship. Always. I was the fucking only one, man.
So if it wasn't reciprocated, why not break up?
Because it's not that fucking easy.
But
you're
that's
with somebody for 9 fucking years. You don't like.
Sometimes the right decision is hard, Tom.
Great. Thank you. I get it. It's fucking hard. It's really hard. And I didn't know how to fucking handle it. I didn't know. I fucking handled it wrong. I know I did. I fucking know I did, man. I fucked up.
What is this that Ariana is now suing you?
Oh, she's not suing me.
Oh, clear it up, because that's what every headline that I read the other day said.
I think that's a little clickbaity. I think it's just a motion to expedite the sale of the house.
Okay.
It's I forget the legal term for it.
So
yeah, because thank you for clearing that up, because every headline was we were in New York and we were like, oh fuck, like Ariana is suing Tom.
Yeah.
So that's not happening.
So Ariana is trying to make it out that I am a psychopath for wanting to keep the house that we have. Meanwhile,
why do you and how so? How is she doing that?
She literally said that
to you.
No, you can watch it on the trailer. She thinks I'm a psycho for like wanting to keep the house.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, she literally said that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, like, you know, when my mom and dad got divorced, my dad kept the house. When my stepdad and his wife got divorced, he kept the house. And when Ariana's mom and dad got divorced, she kept the house.
Okay.
But Ariana is making it out to be that me wanting to keep the house is a psychopath move, but it's not. She's like, he gave me a shit offer. I gave her an offer of $3.1 million. We bought our house for 2.050.
2.05. Okay.
So you're saying you gave a top market?
Yeah, top market.
And you split it?
Yeah. I gave her an offer to buy her out.
She bought a $2 million house and you both paid $1 million?
We both paid like $250 down payment.
And then you split the assets 50-50.
Yeah.
So you both own half of it legally.
Yes.
Okay. And then you offered her $3 million.
3.1.
3.1.
3.1 as a buyout.
Okay. And how does that work?
So basically it's like,
but seriously, for people who are going through this, explain how
closing costs. I mean, Ariana hasn't paid a single bill for this house in 8 months. She hasn't paid the mortgage.
Has she lived there?
She hasn't lived there in 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
I didn't live there for the first 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. All her shit's in the master bedroom. Like,
sure.
Yeah. She comes and goes, shows up, whatever.
I got to say, to both of you guys' credit, I feel like you've handled it up until now. It's getting a little messy, but you've handled it in a very mature way because it's one of the biggest investments of your life. It's a major asset. it's not a great time to sell.
It's not.
Do you
Right.
think Ariana's being petty?
Yes, big time.
And do you think she's
I
wrong
put
for that?
solar panels. I've done construction on this house. Yes, she's being petty and she doesn't want me to have the house. That's it. I've offered her $1 million over what we
No, I hear
bought
ya.
into it 3 years prior.
Do you think she should accept your offer?
if she doesn't want to accept my offer, then she should take the house?
What if she doesn't want anything to do with it, but doesn't want you to have it?
Then that's the petty, like, I'm breaking up with you and I don't want anybody to have. No, it's,
Yeah,
it's
but
the
like-
flipping over the Monopoly board. That's it. It's like I'm losing in Monopoly, so I'm going to flip the Monopoly board over. That's what it is.
Yeah, but do you think you're entitled to her reasonableness?
I think that, like, considering what most people like go through, like, again, I'm gonna give the same example. When my parents got divorced, my dad kept the house. When my stepdad
Yeah,
and
but
his
Who
mom
cares
got
what any of
divorced,
those people did?
he kept the house. When Ariana's mom and dad got divorced, Ariana's mom kept the house. So, like, somebody always keeps the house unless they can't afford it or unless they want to be petty.
Well, me and Katie just we mutually agreed that we wanted to sell it.
But don't you think Ariana's entitled to be petty?
Yeah, and she's doing a good job of it.
If I were in Ariana's shoes, I could see myself doing exactly what Ariana's doing. Do you think Ariana understands what she's doing?
Yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing.
Do you fault her for it?
I mean, I just
You seem upset about it.
considering that, like, dude, she literally, was part of a cheating scandal and now has everything going for her. I think she's being petty.
Do you think she should be grateful for that?
I mean, dude, no, I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I think she's definitely grateful.
Okay.
I know that's weird to
I think
say.
what you're trying to say is that it's horrible what she had to go through. You're showing reverence for that, but she kind of hit she hit the breakup lottery.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She
Do
hit
you
the fucking breakup lottery.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I hear you.
And
But do you think that do you think because she hit the breakup lottery that she should at least sell you the house that you want to be in?
I think she should be at least a little bit reasonable.
Why do you think she should be reasonable? Because that's what we are talking about. She is not, I would agree with you, she's not being reasonable. But I also don't think you're entitled to her reasonableness. I think you
That's
have
fair.
to face the
Yeah, very fair.
consequences of her rights. And she
That's
has the
fine.
right to not sell you the house because you broke her fucking heart. And it's not fair.
She also broke my heart.
Fine, but she, that's a consequence of moving in and having, and sharing a house with someone you had an affair with. And actions have consequences.
Yeah, that's fine. She can, you know what? Let's just get rid of the house. Ariana, just
I
fucking take it.
I think it's best you guys just sell the house, move on. You'll both have a nice, cash
Just
windfall.
fucking take it.
And,
Take it all, dude.
Start
Take it all.
fresh, start clean.
Don't you want to start fucking clean? I mean, let's just assume that Ariana is just like, fuck it. I just don't want him to have it. Those are my fucking rights. And I'm being petty, whatever. Fuck it. But like, aren't you ready to be fucking done with fucking
Well,
these
you
types
know-
of
you know what it
questions
is?
and
It's more
storylines
just-
like you're getting sued?
It's less about the emotional and more just about the actual, I paid to build the gym there. I I've invested tens of thousands of dollars into building this house into what it is.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And I'm just now I'm going to have to move into another place
Yes.
and build another gym and
Not be neighbors with Brecken.
not be
Which is
neighbors with
gonna suck.
Brecken Meyer.
Good guy.
Love that
Love
guy.
Brecken.
Would you have
Uh,
liked to continue to live in your house, Tom?
Man, ugh.
Yeah.
Tugging at the heartstrings. That was my dream house. Our dream house, excuse me.
Yeah.
That was our dream house. And I loved that location. We were tight with the neighbors and it just felt perfect. Everything about it. And I miss it. I wish I was still living.
Did
here.
you invest in it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
we split everything 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But as a
our
consequence of your divorce.
yeah, but our situation was so different. We had to do repairs on the kitchen after, Katie sat me down and said she wants to separate, but it was very healthy and we still hung out and kicked it. It was as healthy as a divorce can possibly be, So our situation is completely different,
No, I get that.
yeah.
But other than just the fact that like sometimes it's just not fair.
Yeah.
And if it was, you would have loved to have kept the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have, man. I missed that house. And sub 3%, man. It's like a unicorn now.
Yeah.
This isn't interesting. Ours was boring. It was very
That's
healthy
okay.
and amicable.
How, Tom, do you think you can get to a place of peace?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like that trip helped.
Yeah, it did.
It's kind of vague. So
Yeah.
do you want to expound on that, Tom?
I think.
And maybe
that-
going forward, like how can you have a peaceful life? And do you desire a peaceful life?
Do I desire a peaceful life? Of course I do.
I think a lot of people say that and don't show it through their actions. I'm not saying that's what you're doing,
Some
but
people thrive in chaos,
Yeah.
which is a great Biodome reference, Katie.
it's
That's
a
for
good
you.
movie. I love that movie.
Me too.
I love that. It's a good movie.
No, I like.
Sorry.
We could watch a lot of movies together, Schwartz.
I find peace in my friends and in people that I love, like you. Like I find a lot of peace. Like
Your family?
yes,
He's got a great family.
I really do, and I love that. I really love and enjoy that, and I take time. Like when I went back home for Christmas, my mom gets a Douglas fir, a real Fraser fir like tree, and I go back.
That's a type of Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's like 12 feet tall. And there's this like little yellow ornament. It looked like Tweety Bird. I used to love Tweety Bird when I was a kid. And my mom has this ornament. And it's like, I used to rub my face on it because it looked like a little Tweety Bird ornament. And she always puts it in the back. She's like, it's so ugly. But she hangs it for me. And I always grab it and move it to the front to troll her. And I love finding peace, man. I really do. And I hope fucking honestly, like I really do hope Ariana like does fucking well and keeps it going. Go.
I love seeing her thriving.
Yeah, go
Man, she's
do it.
absolutely crushing it. She's like glowing, man. She's-
Yeah.
everything she does right now. She's got the Midas touch.
I think her biggest thing is like stop like focusing on don't focus any energy on me. Leave
Yeah, but that's
me
not
behind.
really for you to say.
I know, but like it's not a good look. Just fucking yeah.
What's not a good look?
I'm just saying like her being so she's been a little spiteful. She's been a little
Yeah,
little
but,
fucking
like,
reactive.
She's entitled to her spite.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
When
but
it
like,
comes to you, like, I don't think anyone's going to be like, all right, it's time to be. Yes, that would be the bigger person thing to do. But
no. But like 10 months later, let it go. Keep going. Keep doing you.
yeah, but she doesn't want to, and she's entitled to that.
Oh, yeah. She just wants to keep being like, oh, yeah, Tom, that's a fucking Tom. Like, just live your life. Keep going. Keep doing you. Forget me. Keep going. It's not a good look. I just want her to like move on. You know what I mean?
She looked fabulous at the Emmys. Should
She
we talk
did.
about the Emmys?
We can. Yeah.
I mean, we could pivot. Man, that was cool.
Why weren't y'all there? Or were you there?
Yeah, we were there. We were
Oh.
presenting.
you two presented?
Me,
Yeah, we did.
Sandoval. Oh, spoiler alert. It airs this Sunday. Me, Sandoval, Lala, and Sheena did a presentation for outstanding cinematography for a nonfiction program.
Okay.
And it was awesome. And
Did you guys win? Oh, this won't come out until after the
it
enemies.
won't?
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't win.
We did not win.
We got swept by what's Ryan Reynolds' show about the soccer team that they
Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I
Well-
heard is. Have you guys watched it?
No.
We got
Haven't.
swept by them, and they
Yeah.
they won like 7 Emmys.
Was Ryan there?
He wasn't there,
Oh.
but the whole crew was, and it was a big moment for them. But you know, it's the ultimate cliche, but it was really cool to be nominated. It still feels like a win.
Yeah.
Still feels like a win, man.
Schwartz, remember you got this ring for me at Circus?
Yeah, that's a non sequitur.
I know.
Anyways,
I fucking love this dude.
well, having a
He
moment,
is
but-
unbelievably loyal to you, Tom.
I'm unbelievably loyal to him as well.
I mean, you can't
I
abandon.
do anything for my fucking friends. Man.
Listen, he's made some questionable decisions, but I can't abandon them. When you're there for the good times, you're there for the bad times, right? And I have been hypercritical, contrary to what people think of me as like a guppy or a pushover or a Tom apologist. It's not true
no,
at all.
Schwartz has literally fucking kicked my ass.
What's
literally
the-
his foot fucking.
What's the toughest thing you've had to hear from your friend, Tom Schwartz?
It's a good question.
Dude, you kind of been a fucking piece of shit, man.
Oh.
That's what like Schwartz has said to me. He's like, yeah, man, you've been fucking selfish. You fucking deserve, he's ripped into me.
How have you worked on your selfishness?
How have I worked on my selfishness?
Yeah. Like, how have you made an effort to put others' consideration before yourself? You have been accused by many people of being a narcissist. I have suggested that you're not. But how is someone who can empathize or show compassion for people and think to themselves, you know what, in this moment, I've told
my friends to please speak up if I'm ever being a fucking dick.
Okay.
And they have. When you're on a reality show, as you know, you get used to like people like wanting to know about you and everything that's happening with you. And I'm like, hey, I know that I'm going through shit and like I'm talking about my fucking self and what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Please tell me. That's what I've done with my friends. Kyle Chan, Schwartz, like I really have.
Yeah. Wait,
So
that was sincere.
That was sincere.
Yeah.
So if you were to be maybe in this scenario again where you're,
I'll never
feelings,
be in this scenario again.
well, maybe just like what did you say? Your feelings took you were a slave to your
emotions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And one of your friends came to you and they were like, listen, man, this is not the way to go about it. Would you take that advice?
Well, I tried that. And he was working towards that in his own time.
You're saying while the affair was going on?
Many times. Yeah, multiple times. And he
made excuses?
I don't want to. No, he was working. I don't know. I don't know his exact plan, but he was working towards that, obviously.
I spent 4 months in therapy with Ariana.
While
Well,
the affair was going on or before or
Yeah.
after?
Yeah.
Wow.
I spent 4 months in therapy with her, and I really I wanted it to be, I had like an image of it ending well, and I was fucking delusional. I really did. Like, she knew this was ending. Spent months. She knew this was ending. This is not like a surprise.
Was there a part of you that thought maybe in therapy was a time to maybe share that you had had an affair?
Here's the thing. So we have to do like interviews, confessionals and all that shit. And I wanted to wait until after we were done doing all of those before I told her.
Okay.
Because how is she supposed to show up and like talk about like, oh yeah, so tonight on my birthday, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that.
I mean, there's no good time to tell someone you're in an affair.
But like, she can't show up and like and do it before then.
I'll be honest, Tom. I don't know. You can't get brownie points for sounding like you were being considerate for not telling someone about an affair.
That's fine. I don't expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just
I don't
because there is no good time.
There is no good
She would have
time.
been devastated whenever.
Yes. I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get like fucking brownie points. I'm like, but also, you know how fucking reality TV works, and there's no fucking way that she's gonna be able to show up and like talk about what's happening 6 months ago with a clear head, knowing that we have already broken up. There's no way.
But here's what I don't get. Your friend Tom, moments earlier, were like, hey man, I know you don't mean to sound like this, but you're coming across like another thing. You're coming across as making excuses. And you always, like, you say that it's like this, I'm sorry, I would never fucking do it. I'll never do it again. Of course I'm sorry. And then you like double down and be like, but, and you go hard to the paint and say, but I did this for her and she did this to me. And it always comes across
in what aspect, Nick?
Just earlier. You were just
like, in what aspect? Because, dude, I'm telling you, like, you don't know our relationship, and nobody knows our relationship, and nobody knows what the fuck was happening.
No,
like,
but when you say that,
all I can say is that, like, yes, I fucked up. That I know I did. I will Admit that.
So why
all
don't you just-
fucking day?
why
So
don't you
do you want to
just
fucking?
end
Do you
there?
want to keep fucking hammering it down? Yeah, dude, you can beat me down.
I'm responding to you. If you would just say, I
What do you
fucked
want me
up-
to say, Nick? For you.
Don't say the other stuff.
Don't say what.
Am I making sense, Schwartz?
Yeah.
No, I'll never be able to tell like what was happening. I'll never be able to tell that.
I don't think it matters.
It
It doesn't matter. Exactly.
You say it like it does.
Well, it fucking matters to me because it was my life and I lived through it.
But it doesn't defend your actions.
No, I get it. I get that.
Yeah, but it sounds like you are.
Okay.
Sometimes sometimes you vent just to get it out, regardless of everything that you might spew. We've been through this a million times. He knows he fucked
I know
up.
I fucked up. I did it wrong.
It's just like
Whatever I did, I fucked up royally. I know that.
Okay. All right.
I do.
Listen, I want you to have a great life. I really do. And I want to be like, I got to know Tom Sandoval and he's not a bad guy. And yeah,
I
like
know
you-
I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah.
I know I'm not a bad guy.
I want you to learn from
I'm a
your mistakes.
really good friend.
He is.
I think you can be, yeah.
You
Do
think
you
I
th-
can be?
Do you think
You don't know me. If you don't, I'm a fucking really good friend.
Do you think
I'm the guy that will literally show up at 3 a.m. and bail you out of jail. You can call me
I
anytime.
believe that.
You're my friend.
I
Do you
believe that.
think you prioritize being a friend over a partner?
No, I don't.
So you think you're a better friend than you are a better partner?
Dude, at one point, Ariana and I were like best fucking friends. Best fucking friends. And that time went away. Like it just went away. And I fucking handled it fucking poorly.
Yeah, you guys were a united front like no one else
Yes.
I've ever met. On the
Dude,
show, outside of
yes.
the show, you guys were, twin flames, man. You guys, like,
Yeah,
you had
man.
each other's backs
Fuck
till
yeah.
death do you part, or till,
Yeah, until I fucking become an idiot.
But anyways.
Let's pivot to you.
Oh, shit. No. I was just getting comfortable, Nick. Wait, hold
We
on
can
a
keep
second.
it positive. What, you've been single for a while.
Yeah.
What does happiness look like for you, Tom Schwartz, in a year or two? And what are your relationship goals going forward?
Right now I'm just taking it easy, having fun, hanging out. But I do want to start a family.
You do.
I'm not jealous. I'm happy for you guys. But like I want that, and I want to get a house soon. I want to live on a ranch. I want to have
Do you want me to
pigs,
get pregnant?
goats, llamas, tortoises. I want to live in a little ranch in Thousand Oaks, and I want to start a family, and I want to continue to build businesses.
Do you think you have to make any changes? And I don't know if I'm not suggesting that you do to have that in your life, or do you think it's just timing from your point of view?
I don't think I'm quite ready to dive into a relationship right now, but the next time I do, I want it to hopefully be the one. I'm not getting any younger. I'm no spring chicken.
You're
You
not.
haven't lost your
You're the one?
looks though.
Thank you, Nick.
Have you recovered from me saying that Tom Schwartz was the best looking guy in Vanderpump?
I have not.
Were you late because
Is
of
that why you were late?
That's why I was late. I was like, fuck this. He said
Some-
Schwartz is better looking than me.
Some sort of that
I didn't really say
He
he's
is
better
better
looking
looking
than
than
you.
me.
I just said he's the best looking guy on
He is the
Vanderpump,
best
and he
looking
doesn't
guy.
get enough credit for that.
He's cute as fuck.
I think me and Nick are approachably handsome, but you kind of have sinister good looks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My
Sinister.
plastic surgeon would love that you said that.
Who would? Who?
My plastic surgeon.
You have a plastic surgeon?
Yeah, like 8 of them.
Oh my God.
I'm just
What,
kidding.
8 for just like all different things? Or
Yeah,
we don't
just all
trust
the
one to
things.
do?
Have you had any plastic surgery?
None.
Okay,
Nothing. I woke up like this in life.
I believe that.
To wrap up that thought, I sure as hell never thought I would be at this point in my life single. I feel like I'm trying to learn a foreign language. Dating in Los Angeles at this age is strange. It's scary out there.
I asked this question to a lot of people. It's
Yeah.
not just you,
Yeah.
but we learn from all our relationships, even
Yeah.
the ones that don't work out. What did you learn from your relationship with Katie, both good and bad? What are aspects of your relationship with Katie that you'd want to bring into your next relationship? What are aspects of your relationship that you're just like, listen, I had to learn a tough lesson here, but I want to make sure that you know, whether it's something you brought that you can, you know, affect, or just the relationship in general that you just want to avoid from having in your next relationship?
Well, I've learned that I need to. This is so stock, but just I'm the ultimate fucking people pleaser. And I did that in my relationship with Katie, often with friends, and then especially with the businesses, which you have to do when you open a new business. You know, bars and restaurants are one of the most demanding businesses there are. I mean, it's unrelenting, the hours, missing holidays, stuff like that. But like, this sounds terribly like trite, but like to prioritize the person your partner, the person you love most, you know, I feel like a lot of time Katie would get my leftovers, you know, after a long day at the bar, you know, working on construction, Schwartz and Sandy's. And then maybe we go out for drinks afterwards and I come home and I'm like half drunk and I got nothing left for her, you know. That happened too frequently, I think, you know. Be a better communicator. Like I think everyone by now who's ever watched Vanderpump Rules knows that I'm very non-confrontational. And I like to sweep things under the rug. You know, it's no big deal. It's fine. And usually it is fine, you know, live and let go. But like that, it starts to pile up and eventually it does fester. And, you know, then it manifests itself in some ugly ways, you know, which you guys have seen. We don't have to get into specifics.
I appreciate that very vulnerable answer.
Yeah. I just I think I'm a good lover. I'm not talking sexually, but that too maybe.
Okay.
But I think I'm
okay. Well, we're going there.
I am a good lover. I don't think Katie would say I was a bad husband. Maybe she would, but I feel like the good. I said this earlier, I think before you hear, but I feel like the good in our relationship far outweighs the bad. And I'll always love Katie. It was the right decision to end the relationship, and there's still times I'm sad about it and wonder what could have been, you know. But I don't spend too much time dwelling on hypotheticals, which is another thing that I've taught myself not to do. I have a tendency to spiral and dwell on negative worst case scenario hypotheticals. And I've done that for a greater portion of my life. And I spend a lot of time in the future. You guys, if you do this, not a good, healthy way, you know, I'm optimistic eternally, but like I spend a lot of time in the future as opposed to being present. And I don't dwell in the past ever, but like that's one good thing that this trip, it helped me be more present than I've ever been in the past 2 years, going to Thailand, Hong Kong, Singapore. Is this boring? I'll shut up.
It's not.
Okay. But I haven't felt this present and focused. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Ben.
I haven't felt this present in a long time. Maybe going back to answer your question, how about what like the any sort of profound impact that trip had on me? I just feel present and dialed into the moment as opposed to like drifting off the space cadet 5-10 years in the future. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up.
I appreciate that.
What did I just
very coherent and honest answer.
Was it coherent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
It started real strong. You rambled at the end, but it was fine. We can cut.
You guys
that
should have
part
cut me
out.
off at any time there.
Sandoval,
did
what
I-
do you think should happen with Schwartz and Sandy?
I noticed that you didn't ask me the same question.
Would you like me to?
Yeah.
I felt like you were tired of me asking you questions about your love life, but you are welcome to answer that question. What is something about your relationship with Ariana that you would like to bring in to your next relationship? And what is aspects of that relationship that you think you should change about you?
So Ariana was the very first person that I was with that I like fully valued and held in high regard, like her opinion. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like,
She's wicked
when you're with
smart.
somebody that like you really, truly, deeply respect. I used to call her my information booth. Like,
So you want to respect your next partner?
you know, when you're in a relationship sometimes and you're like, oh, he's an idiot, or like you know what I mean? Like, and you feel like Ariana was the first person I was with that like, I was like, she's a very smart, like truly had respect for her in the sense of like who she was and her intelligence and like whatever. That was not reciprocated. It was not reciprocated in the same way. And having that, like putting her on a pedestal and like looking at who she is as a person, like I think that like moving forward, I want to have the same kind of respect in that sense, you know?
So you hope to have a more mutual relationship.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And how are you going to go about making sure that happens?
I think that like early on, there'll be signs, like moving on when I meet somebody, like I'm having that respect for them and them having the same kind of respect for me. Like, I think that that's something that will carry on to a great relationship.
At what point did you lose the respect for Ariana?
Honestly,
Imagine it was gradual, no?
yeah.
As in any relationship? Or was.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, it's not that I lost respect for Ariana. It's that I had such low self-esteem because I've been belittled so much. And going into, I fell in love outside of the relationship, and like that made me blind to like her feelings. If that makes sense.
So do you think it was when you fell in love outside of the relationship that you lost the respect, or when you started?
Yeah, it was like, dude, I completely threw away logic and like everything. Like I totally like was not myself. I was like a drug addict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't about like respect or anything about it. It was just like I was literally blind.
Are you still in therapy?
Yeah,
How's that going?
it's going good.
What have you gotten out of it?
Dude, I finally am like starting to really grieve the loss of my best friend, my brother, Ali.
Okay.
I cried
Rest in peace.
so fucking hard last night. Like my eyes were bloodshot. Like that's one of the reasons why I was late, to be honest. I didn't sleep last night. I fucking cried for like 2 hours.
Okay.
Well, we're sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Lost a good one there.
Ali, like,
He was one of my close friends, too.
he's one of the most fucking beautiful human beings.
He was friends with all of us. Yeah. All the cast and Ariana, everybody was tight with him.
And I came across a picture of him, and I like, when he died, there was so much going on. I never truly got to grieve him. And last night, like, I literally fucking I fucking sobbed for like fucking 2 hours. I was up all night. I was pacing around. I sent like Robbie as his sister, and was gonna text her, and I like wrote a text and like put it in my notes, but I didn't sleep last night.
I taught him to do that. Don't snap respond. Put the message in your notes. And when you wake up in the morning, if you still want to send it. I mean, this is
I just
101
feel
shit,
like-
but I
I
feel like a
feel
lot
like-
of people don't practice
That's
this.
true. Do you feel like you're a victim in any way when it comes to you and your Ariana's relationship?
I'll let. I don't.
You don't want to victimize yourself, but
No.
you can add nuance. I don't know if there's room for
I
nuance.
mean, like
form.
for what happened, like for the kind of fucking hate that happened, being pushed to almost like, dude, for have fucking sweet lady Jane like fucking put Sandoval's a liar on fucking cakes. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm
She
not.
did close down.
Yeah, I know.
She did?
That's fucking like, fuck them.
Yep.
That was, dude. That was such bullshit to put like Sandoval's a liar on cakes.
Well, I think that this is a classic case of the straw that broke the camel's back here. We don't want to
That's
go
what
too
pissed
hard.
you off?
No, I think that he was about to. Well, this is what you told me.
Yeah,
I don't want to tell
yeah.
your story, Tom, but you were on the verge of snapping. You were at your lowest point, and then for whatever reason, the sweet lady Jane cake. Sorry to laugh. Was the fucking
That's what
That
did
really
it.
did it for you.
Yeah, it
we
broke
did
him.
get one of
It-
those cakes.
it bro? Oh no!
They sent it. We didn't
That
ask.
is
Okay, they sent it, Tom. That's an important
I
detail.
did not purchase it.
That's an important
But they
detail.
did send it.
But they have also closed down.
I don't want to prey on anyone's downfall. Being a small business owner, I will
That
never
really
do
hurt
that.
me. That like really
Why did
really
that bother
hurt
you
me.
of all the things?
I showed up that day. Ariana had like, I'm literally trying to like make ends meet, like, and she doesn't pay the fucking bills, and like I'm the only one paying them, and like I show up back after tour, like, and they're doing a photo shoot. My assistant is helping, like the fire alarms going off, and they're like making fun of white nail polish, making fun of like everything that's me, batteries, white nail polish, anything I've ever said. And then I get the sweet lady Jane fucking text, and I'm like, dude, I had Kyle Chan come and grab the guns from the house
Yeah,
that day. I was really bad.
Yeah.
How many guns do you got? do you have?
2, shotgun and a pistol.
Are licensed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And just in case anyone's thinking about Rob and Tommy, he also has nunchucks. He has. Do you still have those size?
I have a ninja sword.
He has a ninja sword.
Very well prepared for anything.
Those
You
are
can have it.
those are pandemic purchases.
I have megalodon teeth.
I bought.
I have a ninja sword signed by Randy Jackson.
He does.
Honestly, you're kind of saying things that people might want, so maybe you should stop.
How do you, Schwartz, think Tom Sandoval is misunderstood?
Good question, Nick. In regards to topical stuff like this whole affair and everything going on, it's weird because it's like when I'm one-on-one with him and we're behind closed doors, he's like says all the right things. His heart's in the right place. He's like hates himself for the way he handled it. He's full of regret and remorse. But then sometimes, like, yeah, throughout this, he's had a tendency to say all the wrong things on a public forum. You know,
Shit.
I know you are a good person. I wouldn't be friends with you if you weren't.
I know you wouldn't.
You've done some stupid shit as I have.
Dude, I suck.
Do you think?
man.
No, you don't suck. Dude, you got
not with the pity party.
you
No,
don't
dude, I
suck. You're
suck, man.
dude, Tom. You don't suck. Listen. You're a great friend. You inspire other people. You're a fucking go-getter. You know. You got like 6 projects you're starting. You got the band is gaining momentum, dude. By the way, it's like people love talking shit about. Like I hate when people are so hate on other people for just doing and trying. You really bared your soul. I mean, in the beginning, it's like you guys have come such a long way. And I feel like the band, I don't know, you should be proud of the band. People love hating on Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, but they have people who, it's so easy to hate while you're sitting behind your computer. But like that takes a fucking Herculean amount of energy to start a band and to tour. And I don't know. Let's try to prop them up a little here.
All right.
Nick.
Have y'all ever had an orgy together, the two of you?
Hell no.
We have a
Y'all
we
kind
have
of
a
give
we
off
have
that
a
vibe that y'all would like probably
Have you
maybe
ever had an
threesome
orgy period?
No.
we have a
Tom?
I've never
Sandoval?
I've had a threesome.
with
Before.
Schwartz.
No.
Oh, just in general. Okay.
You don't give me that vibe.
I'm capable.
Oh no, you want the vibe. So which one is it? I thought Natalie offended you.
I'm a little offended.
Well, I mean, I'm just like y'all just love each other, so it's like and like not
on that level.
not on that way.
We kind of
He's my brother.
an unspoken sort of promise that we don't want to see each other's penises.
You've never seen each other's penises.
Never.
No, I've never seen
That's
that.
shocking.
The thing about penises,
Almost in a weird way. You guys
can't
are so close that you would
unsee
just
it.
like
Yeah.
take your
And I
pants.
feel like there were so many like hot tub parties. No one ever was like, let's skinny
Like,
dip. Like,
not even a
really?
weird way. Yeah,
No,
fuck
never-
yeah.
no.
Fucking Stassi, just like every fucking episode. She's just,
She's naked.
She's naked.
Even when I got naked on the show, like he
You looked
never
away?
saw it.
I've never
just closed his
never
eyes.
seen you naked. I've never seen your penis.
Yeah, that's good.
And I'm happy about that.
I know,
Okay.
me too. You can't unsee it.
Allie,
Jax is a
do we still have
volcano,
texting office hours? You want to give someone else some relationship advice? Are you up for that, Sandoval?
Okay. Okay.
I'm so down.
Maybe
Is this live?
they're going to call in. Yeah,
Oh, I would love to.
they're calling in for earnest advice.
Can you chime in too?
I will lead the charge.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Sandoval, the whole purpose of this is we learn through our mistakes,
Yeah.
and the goal is to be able to offer words of wisdom
By the way, we're in
from
on the
things you've
joke.
learned.
Tom and I are in on the joke.
Suck, dude.
Tom and Tom giving relationship advice. Ha ha ha. Let's try.
We
Let's
do this
give it
with
a whirl.
every.
I know.
We
but-
do.
I know.
Everyone.
You guys,
We did it with Gypsy Rose.
Oh, yeah.
She crushed it.
We talked about Gypsy Rose earlier. I don't know if Tom, if you're familiar with her plight, her story.
I know her story.
Oh, yeah.
Take it away, babe.
Nutrafol. This is my favorite thing ever. I cannot wait to get back on it once my
Baby is babied.
baby is baby. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement with over 1 million people seeking thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Let me just tell you, before I got pregnant, I had so much hair coming out in the shower. It was honestly really scary. I would put it up on the wall and leave it for Nick to see. And now, well,
hair.
after taking Nutrafol, it was so much less.
So much less. Incredible. Whether you're a man or a woman struggling with thinning hair, Nutrafol has been making great strides in that department. We all want as much hair as possible on the tops of our head. So let Nutrafol help you keep that hair thick, full, luscious, and wear it and where you want it. keep hair where you want it with Nutrafol. That's what I'm talking about.
Keep hair where you want it.
Yeah.
Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum. Hello.
Mhm.
We'll be getting on that train. And menopause, as well as different lifestyles such as plant-based diets. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after taking Nutrafol for 6 months. 86%.
Incredible. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair for a limited time. Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code The Viall Files. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code The Viall Files. Again, that's Nutrafol.com, Nutrafol.com, with promo code The Viall Files. You know what some of the hardest doctor visits to make are with dermatologists?
It's also hard to find a good one.
Usually your dermatology experience is having to wait weeks for a bad one. No one likes that. Let's change that, and our good friends at Apostrophe are making that happen. Apostrophe is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatology team to get customized acne treatment for your unique skin. Through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. Simply fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and medical history, then snap a few selfies, and a dermatology provider will create a customized treatment plan just for you. Apostrophe offers access to prescription treatments for all acne types.
I will say I did this over New Year's because I was like, enough is enough. And just like you guys were saying, I didn't want to have to find a dermatologist, wait on a waiting list, not be able to get in. And so I just had a friend take photos of the acne on my face and some on my shoulders. And I got an entire customized treatment plan. So I'm already seeing results.
Important thing is she didn't have to wait in line or go to a doctor visit or wait weeks to do it. Nope, she got to do it from the comfort of her home with our good friends at Apostrophe. We have a special deal for our audience just for you. Get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/VIALL when you use our code VIALL. That's a savings of $15. This code is only available to our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/VIALL. That's APOSTROPHE.com/VIALL and click to get started. Then use our code VIALL to sign up and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you, Apostrophe, for sponsoring this episode. How's it going?
Hi, I'm Mel, and I'm 29.
How can we help now?
So I went on 2 dates with a guy before the holidays, and things kind of fizzled, so I don't know how to ask him out in the new year.
Okay. Tell me about these 2 dates.
Yeah.
So we met on Hinge, went on a first date. A few days later, went to a wine bar, hit it off, I think. It was good. Like, conversation was easy, good banter. He was a lot more attractive in person, so that was good.
Pleasant surprise. Okay.
That's cool.
People
That's
say
cool.
that about
We love
me.
it.
Yeah.
So how did you meet this guy?
Hinge, Tom.
Hinge.
Hinge? Okay. So you met him on
Mhm.
Hinge, then you went on a date.
Did
The
you hook
banter
up?
was good.
No.
No hooking up. All right. How did we leave
No.
things after the second date?
So I stayed over, no hooking up.
Okay. Did we just cuddle? Did we make out?
Yeah,
Heavy
yeah.
petting?
There's making out.
Okay.
Oh, you made out.
Yeah.
Yeah. but
Okay,
nothing else.
cute.
He dropped me off at my apartment the next day, and we didn't have any set plans. This was a week before Christmas, and then he ended up going out of town a couple days later, and then he got back the day I was leaving for
Okay.
Christmas for a week and a half.
Have you heard from him at all since the second date?
So we texted a little bit for a few days after that, and then I just kind of let it fizzle. I let the conversation end because he was on a trip with his friend, and I didn't. I was gonna blow up his phone, and I just figured we would talk at some point, and then we didn't.
So you were left on red? Who texted who
I
last?
actually didn't respond to him.
Mm.
Wait,
Ah.
So technically you owe him a response.
Well, okay, so that's when I wrote the email, but then I did text him
And he
a
did.
week ago.
What'd you text him?
I was just hey, how was your Christmas? How are the holidays? Something along those lines.
And nothing.
Very generic, I know.
And he didn't respond to that.
No, he did.
He did.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He responded and seemed enthusiastic and seemed happy to hear from me.
Okay.
But then didn't respond a couple of texts later.
To what? What didn't he respond to?
I don't remember exactly. It was just something about the holidays, and this might be on me. I didn't like ask a follow-up question or anything, but
So one could argue that it was this kind of a benign, hey, how are your holidays conversation with no real necessarily point to it other than you were using the holidays to check in.
yeah,
And
like,
it just kind of
that would
stopped.
have like made plans.
Yeah, the hope was you were hoping that you would get the conversation going, use the holidays to check in, and that would propel oh my God, we need to get together for sure and have that third date, but he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mel, can I ask you what's preventing you from reaching out again right now, like in this moment? Is it pride, or do you just feel like it's
His job. Yeah. Do you think are you waiting on the man, so to speak?
Yeah.
No, that's like, I guess that's why I'm here. Like, it is kind of pride, but I'm not totally against it. Like, I just don't want to come across like, I don't want to be like
needy?
texting somebody who's not
Well, I mean,
interested.
if you called us up and said, hey, listen, I've texted this guy like 3 or 4 times and no response, I would be like, it's time to move on. And
Yeah.
if you were to text him again, I'd be like, that's a bit unhinged. He's made it pretty clear. He's not into you. The only thing
Yeah.
he's made clear right now, you guys have had 2 nice dates, whatever. Like, that doesn't really say or do anything. And then the holidays happen. The holidays are always like a weird time. I've literally experienced what you've experienced, where it's just like you had a couple nice dates with someone and then you guys go home for the holidays and like, they were nice dates, but you didn't like leave the second date being like, holy fucking shit, I met my person. You're like, I had a nice time, but then you go home for the holidays, you catch up with friends, shit happens, and it just like you lose that momentum. And now both of you are probably just sitting there, kind of like you kind of forgot how nice it was, and someone's got to make their move.
Do you like karaoke or darts?
Karaoke, not so much.
Okay.
You can do darts, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think like maybe you should hit him up and be like, yeah, let's go with like friends, multiple people, like you
Why do you
can
need
see who
friends?
he hangs out, like so she can see who he surrounds himself with, and he can see who she surrounds herself with. And
it's safer. There's a buffer. If you're
there's a
insecure
buffer,
about,
and it's like go do an activity, go do axe throwing.
I do agree with Mr. Tom Sandoval that I think an activity would be a nice third date suggestion for sure.
Ooh,
Okay.
And then like if you find yourself wanting to separate, you're like, oh my God, if I could just please just get rid. Then you know. You know what I mean?
No, what?
No, like like if you're like in a group of people and you're like,
You want to break away from the group?
I just want to break away from the group and make out with you, or like whatever. Like then
There's
you
some
know.
tension.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
wait, I got an idea. How about
You know what I mean?
How about we workshop Hive Mind right now? Right now, Mel.
A text to him.
Yes, we
Yeah.
workshop. We get a female perspective.
That's as if you listen to the show. That's what we do. It's called texting
yeah,
office hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Good job.
Speaking of the mic, Schwartz.
Hello.
All right. So, anyways, let's get it back on track. The overall point is, if you're still interested in this guy, you absolutely should reach out to him.
Yeah.
And instead of being vague and passive aggressive and like arbitrarily checking in hopes that he's like, oh my God, we should get together, just fucking ask him out.
Yeah, just text me back.
That was funny.
What?
That's funny. He said, "Yeah, just text me back."
Yeah, don't send that.
Do you know if he's back? He's home from his traveling, his holidays. Both of y'all are in town currently.
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what should we send him, Swart?
I like. Okay, this is how I would present it. Okay, not to overthink this, but I would have something lined up that you're doing with or without friends, and be like, "Hey, I'm doing XYZ. If you want to come, I would love to see you. No pressure." I always end it with the no pressure.
I hate that last part.
You
no
do?
pressure.
Is that? Should I not? I do that.
Yeah.
Is
Why? Why? Like the no pressure sounds like they're
You're
not
adding pressure
there is
for
no
Yeah,
pressure.
it's just like
Okay,
there's
you're
pressure
right.
to hang out with you.
You're right.
It's like, why is spending time with Tom Schwartz full of pressure?
I do that in established friendships and relationships. Okay, all right.
You know,
Somebody knew that might be a red flag. You're right.
keep it real simple. Hey,
No pressure.
don't say no pressure.
I retract.
So much pressure.
So much pressure.
Hey, I'm going to give you all the pressure possible.
Oh, I got a better one. How about this, Mel? Or else.
Or else. ...
Dot.
No.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Perfect.
hey. What are you up to this weekend? I know of this really cool bar, video arcade, bowling alley, dart place, karaoke, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
We should go and check it out. I'd love to see you again.
Yeah.
I'd love to see you again is a great way to end it.
Woo.
Beautiful.
Woo.
But no
Cute.
pressure. No pressure.
Cute.
Do you
I
have
love
that?
that.
Let's just send it right now.
Yeah.
She has to think of
I
a
don't know.
place.
Yeah, I don't know a place off the top of my head.
Google it.
What?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know if like
I feel like a fair compromise.
she's gotta like make a plan with her girlfriends to like go to a play fucking darts.
We're not inviting the
Throw
friends.
axes.
Oh, this is no friends. This
No
is
friends.
just
No,
one-on-one.
I think friends is good.
It's
I think
fine.
friends is good.
If friends are there,
You
but
want to
I don't
see who he
think.
surrounds himself with.
But it's not that necessary.
Sure, like yeah, it's not necessary.
Here's a good compromise. Put the template in your notes. Yes, and then you can fill it out once you get the idea.
Okay.
No. Okay. No, maybe. No pressure to do that.
No pressure.
Don't text your ex happy birthday.
This is fun.
What do we got so far?
Oh yeah.
I'm here
Okay,
with
what are
you,
up
Mel.
to this weekend? I know this really cool place that I don't. No,
And like
yeah.
it can just be a fucking bar. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be an activity.
Is there a new bar that you
Yeah.
haven't seen yet?
Tongue punch the fart box.
Yeah, I'm like kind of new where I live. So
Oh my
there's
God, even
tons of
great.
places I haven't.
Have
been.
you seen one?
Do you live in Los Angeles? Because I would love to host you at Tom or Schwartz and Sandy's, and I'm serious. I'm 100. I will take care of your.
Unfortunately, I don't.
Okay, I was serious. I was take care of your tab.
They need the
set
business.
you up, make you look like a baller.
Shut up.
That's
I wish.
That's a joke.
that was funny though.
So yeah, literally any of these bars that you've driven past in the past couple weeks, you thought, I should go there sometime. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you can just say, saw this bar,
I wanted to check
Thought
it
of you.
out.
tapas.
I wanted to check it out. Let's go. I'd love to see you again.
Okay,
And you have that bar in mind?
not yet. No,
Okay. Are you going to send this?
I will. I don't know if I'm going to send it right now. I need to think.
That's
of
fine.
my-
Are you going to send it though?
Yeah, I'll send it.
Okay.
She don't give a fuck.
I'm invested.
Send it,
I'm
dude.
invested in your relationship
I'll
now.
never see him again if I don't. So
There you go.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
cares?
Or, eventually 3 weeks from now, he'll get bored and be like, oh, yeah, I should reach out to her. But listen, at this point, you've only had 2 nice dates. You guys don't, neither of you owe either of each other anything. You guys just lost momentum. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because you're thinking about him and you'd like to hang out with him again, it's on you to initiate and get that momentum back. And that does not make you crazy. It doesn't make you desperate. Like, you had a
Yeah.
nice time with him and you'd like to see him again.
What about for educational purposes? We formulate the most toxic thing you could send him right now.
Like what not to say.
Yes.
What not to say?
Like worst case scenario early on in a burgeoning.
I feel like y'all would be great at this. What would you?
I set myself up for that.
Tell me when to.
What's the worst? The worst thing is,
Honestly, I'm borderline offended that you haven't reached out to me lately.
yeah,
I gave you my lips, and you.
I gave you my
I don't know.
lips.
I'm.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be bad.
Yeah, that
I
would
want
not.
to tongue punch your fart box.
Oh no!
Oh, God.
Jesus,
no,
Tom. Oh, man.
No,
We had-
no,
No, that
No.
I'm sorry.
Mel, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I am. Just cut that out.
This whole episode's been a bit unhinged.
a bit, to say the least.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay, I think we
I won't
honestly
say that.
we have
Yeah.
come up with a good text. Are you happy with it? Do you feel comfortable sending it? Does it sound like you?
Yeah, I think so.
The big thing is to not worry or judge yourself about
Yeah.
acting or sounding a certain way that you just can't possibly come across that way by
Yeah.
just simply showing an interest. What is wrong with you?
Okay.
Me? No, I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
wait, Mel. It's nice to meet
Sorry,
you.
Mel.
Nice to meet you.
I'm
too,
rooting
Mel.
for you. I'm so invested.
Yeah.
I mean this sincerely. I'm invested in your. I want updates. I don't know how to get them from you. But
We'll provide.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll
You'll give us an update? Okay.
yeah, I'll update you and you can update. Tom.
Was this helpful?
Pretty
It was.
helpful.
Okay.
I get in my own head a lot. So
That's okay.
We
We're
all
here to
do.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have nothing like this is all normal. Like I said, I think the holiday Christmas break for dating is you're not its only victim.
Yeah.
Right now, I can tell you where his head at. His head is at where it's just like, yeah, you're. Oh yeah, she was really had a really nice time. She was nice.
I'm
I
sure-
should go
I'm
out with
sure-
her sometime. He said that to himself. You know.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
not like, maybe he's got some shit going on or whatever. And maybe he's telling himself, I don't know, she didn't seem all that interested, whatever. Because you're so worried about playing it cool because you don't want to sound crazy.
I don't think I was on the date, just more so now.
Sure. Yeah. You've played it so cool that he's just like, I don't know. I haven't really heard from her.
I guess she hates me.
Yeah.
I guess.
Reach out, find out, be direct. If he doesn't respond, you have your answer, move on. If not, you go out with him again.
Yeah. Don't say what I said.
Don't say what I said. All right.
Well, all right.
All right.
Thank you.
We want an update, please. We love the shooting of the shots, and because you never know, he could be your person.
Could be. We'll see.
We'll see. We will take full credit.
I'll invite you to the wedding.
Thank you.
If
I appreciate it. All right. Thank you very much for calling in. Thanks for bearing with us.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye, Mel.
Take care.
Bye.
Toms, thank you for coming.
I want more.
You want more?
You didn't want more at the beginning. Oh, more of her.
Well, more of you guys too.
Oh, no.
More of. I thought. I was hoping
Yes,
there'd be
of
more
course.
live callers.
Final thoughts, Sandoval? Speaking in the mic, you can pull it towards you.
You crying?
Can I? No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm not judging.
You look a little
I'm,
misty.
I'm asking if you're crying, brother. I'm not, dude.
No, I'm okay.
I love a good cry.
Nick, it was really cool what we went through in Special Forces, man. It was really fucking cool, man.
I agree.
And we'll never experience that again. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate getting to know you, I do.
I feel the exact same.
Yeah.
And I really wish you the best, Tom. I wish you peace. I
Thanks,
do.
man. Thank you.
'Cause right now,
Likewise.
right now, you don't seem at peace.
That's because you didn't sleep last night,
Whatever the reason,
right? Or I thought you said that.
I wish you peace.
You're
Thank
gonna
you.
find it. It's gonna be a good year for you. It's gonna be a good year.
2024.
For me.
I'm
Great year for you guys. I just I feel it. I say that every year. I'm like, woo, I'm excited about but I don't feel it. They're empty words. I'm paying lip service to the new year. This year, I'm feeling it. All right, no more. Okay, you know what else? I'm retiring the old Schwartz, the one that's like, shucks, I don't know. I didn't
You gonna
need
take
it.
a
I was
stand?
drunk. I'm gonna
Are you, though?
I'm gonna take a stand.
Are you though?
No, maybe probably not. But
Sheena, did you make out or what the fuck?
I mean, listen, I'm gonna have to give you the stock. Watch the show
watch
and
the
see how
show.
it plays out. But
Yeah.
also, can I just give you an eye roll?
Okay.
I mean, you did bring it up.
I know. That was.
Do
very
you think?
regretful.
Here you go. Here's a question that I
Whoa.
think you can answer. Are you excited for season 11? Are you worried for season 11? And do you think there's a chance that this season won't live up to season 10?
I don't think there's no way it can live up to season 10, but I think it's just replaying it in my mind as I'm sitting here right now. It's raw, heartfelt, hilarious at times. I'm just throwing out words, but redemptive. But I like raw. I feel like it's going to be fun for people to watch how everything played out because there was obviously a chasm in the group, and we've never been so cratered as a group of friends or a cast, if you want to call us that. Technically a cast, but really we're a group of friends who love each other, and maybe that's what I want to end on. I love my friends and my castmates, even if they
Don't love you back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I feel like I reconnected with a lot of people that I've been on the outs with this past season, and it felt really good. I had some major breakthroughs with people that I sort of lost communication with.
How many seasons do you think Vanderpump has left?
I don't know.
12, 13.
We
No, I'm
got
just
a
kidding. I
lot.
don't know. I feel like there's
We thought we were done after season 9. Season 9 was actually
Season
a really
9.
really bad season for us, and then season 10 was 11.5 million viewers. Walking Dead numbers because of this shit, and people don't realize.
Would you do it all over again for the 11.4? I mean, surely, if you could time machine, I give you a time machine, Tom Sandoval, and everything that you've gained and everything that you've lost is available to be, you can break up with Ariana the way you say you would, and season 10 is a bust, and there's no Tom Sandoval in the.
That wasn't.
Would you take it all back, or would you?
That's a tough. I mean,
Dude, I quit drinking for 8 months, and I was on a path of not great. I learned so much. This cataclysmic, whatever event.
What's one?
I can't.
What's one of those things.
I can't look back and say would I do things differently? Of course I would, but
No, it's a coin flip. You either never cheated on Ariana, you broke up with her prior to dating Raquel, but season 10 is a bust.
I don't care about, it's not about the show. It's not about anything. I think that overall, the breakup in this horrible way has benefited her way, way more. And I think that like,
I feel like we talked about this before you showed up. I feel like two people who haven't benefited from it is this guy right here.
yeah, and our business.
and myself.
I mean,
You've kind of benefited from it.
I got to do some
you
cool
were
shit.
a Masked Singer. You were on Special Forces.
Yeah, I got eliminated immediately on Masked Singer.
Did you make a lot of money?
No.
I did Stars on Mars, which was one of the coolest
didn't.
experiences of my life.
Masked Singer, they paid
Oh, you did
like-
say Stars on Mars.
Listen, let's be honest. It was probably because our ratings were through the roof and all eyes were on us. But it was very cool.
I forgot about that. You did get to do that.
Yeah, I got to do Winter House too, but I did that before. but-
way less, like less than half of what we got paid to do.
That's still real money.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, that I like get paid a lot more than that to do like Instagram fucking things. So
Still?
no, exactly. No, I don't. So
All right,
like,
well, let's go to my stand.
no, and here's the thing,
Al
like,
Bundy over here.
so
Just
like
kidding.
what I'm saying is like, I can't say that I would. I mean, everybody else benefited, not me. Not me.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you think you should have?
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll end there. Tom.
Nick,
Nick.
this has been something.
It really
is
has.
something.
This is the most unhinged episode we've ever had.
Sorry.
Thanks for finally showing up.
Yeah, that's
Thank
nice.
you.
I'm glad you showed up.
Are you still going to hang on to this? I was also late.
You were late. Okay, you were on time.
I mean, I literally was like, I could be there at 5:30, and I showed up maybe at 5:35. I don't know.
It was 5:36, man. It was so late. No, you were, dude, come on. All right, whatever. We were sitting there, we were literally sitting there going like, okay, Nick, you want to let's look at the text message.
Oh, he's finally going to pull up a text message.
Hey, can I just say before I get out of here, I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank
And,
you, Tom.
Thanks.
Personally, professionally, I love to see you thriving, and
Thank
you guys are
Yeah.
cool as shit.
Thank
What
you
do
for
you
showing up. Thanks for answering my questions. I know
I didn't mean to get defensive early on.
it's okay.
I just felt like it's just like when someone presents a question like, "So the whole world hates you. What are you gonna do to prove them otherwise?" Right?
It wasn't. Sorry if I phrased it.
No.
It was
I just
more-
that's how I interpreted it. So maybe that's not on you. It's on me. I'm fragile.
in my experience, I know that I have been judged by the media, the fan base, and I have always welcomed, honestly, those types of questions because I have embraced the opportunity to like,
Prove them wrong.
not even, it's like, and I don't feel like I have to because I put a lot of effort into not wasting my energy reading my shit or whatever. But if I get asked that question and I have an opportunity to answer it and talk about my values or what's important to me or et cetera, like I do embrace that. So I wasn't trying to come at you.
Yeah.
I honestly saw it as an opportunity.
I like that about you. See, I have a tendency to just sort of shut down in those moments.
Okay.
And those are, I guess,
That's
missed
okay.
opportunities. Yeah. I have a tendency to be like, see, no, but I said I'm not going to do that anymore
It's 2024.
We're a work in progress.
after this podcast.
You
Yeah.
showed up. I appreciate it. You were on time.
Always
I
on
was
time.
I was not on time.
I'm always.
And I'm sorry for being late. I apologize.
It's okay.
I think we've come to the conclusion that you didn't, in fact, find any text message saying that Nick
He was an
2
hour
hours
late.
An hour.
Yes, he was an hour late.
I told you he's going to give you the what about you.
So our podcast
Dude,
was 20
you
minutes.
were an hour late, motherfucker.
So our podcast was 20 minutes long? Because I text her at 6:52.
52.
And you're claiming I showed up at 6:30.
I mean, I can pull up Jason's text being like, is he showing up?
All
Was
right.
that at 3:30?
Dude.
We definitely left it open-ended going into the day.
No, I know.
And then I
know,
text
know,
you.
I know.
I can be
Listen,
there at 5:30. And then I showed up at 5:30.
You did not show up at 5:30.
All
Dude,
right,
you did not.
Let's end on a positive note. What do we? How should we end?
You did not show up at 5:30.
I appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you having me here. It's
Thank
really
you.
nice.
All right.
And it smells lovely. Yeah.
Schwartz, you know he was not there at 5:30.
I don't honestly remember either way, so I'm of no use in this argument.
Dude.
Well, go check out Disrespectfully if you, in case you haven't listened to it yet. Can you please plug your ex-wife's podcast for us?
Shout out to Katie's podcast, Disrespectfully. Dana, how you been?
Are you
Miss
ever going to
ya.
be maybe a guest on it?
If they want me to, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't think they'll want me to, but I'm here if you
Maybe
need me
Maybe not.
or want me.
Okay.
It's like that.
You're available.
If you need me, or if you want me, if you need me. Oh man,
That was beautiful.
Bloom, Inner Bloom by
Hey
Rufus Du
guys,
Sol.
if you're still listening, thank you for sticking around.
Nick, thank you so much for having us, by the way.
It was my pleasure.
This episode will not be charting.
I honestly don't know what it's
Do you
going
have
to do.
anything else to ask me?
No.
This was a long time coming. We've
Yeah,
been trying
I
to get
know.
you on for a while.
I know,
so.
I know.
I don't know if you think this, Tom, but I have the best intentions for you.
I know you do. I know you do.
I don't think we see eye to eye in a lot of things, but
we don't. But I truly do believe that. I think you're a good person, and I really enjoyed bonding with you. Like I really did.
I'm a tough love friend.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
I respect that, and I get it. I get it.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. Don't forget to send in those questions at asknick@theviallfiles.com for all things texting, office hours, mediation. Ask Nick, you know the drill. Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it. We'll be back on Monday for another incredible Ask Nick episode. We'll see you then.
See you
Sorry,
then.
put my foot in your
You're like
face. there,
pointing
you know. All right.
feet.
All right. Bye. Hey guys, if you loved what you listened to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.